of Imperial High School as the Tigers play host to the Brawley Wildcats. It'll be another standing room only crowd. They were lined up over an hour and a half ago. Their line went all the way back to the high school from the stadium itself. It was near 100 degrees today, but it's about 82 here at game time. So it's just a beautiful night.
Feels a lot better right now.
Yep, and no wind.
I had to park down the road over there. I can't believe that. That never happened.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association sponsored a tailgate party across the street over by the old music room, and there was a ton of people there when I was walking down to the field. And then when I saw the line that went all the way down to the school, I thought, whoa, there's a lot of people. So it already is right now standing room only here in Imperial, and it's great to see. I'm Mickey Dale along with George Grijalva. Tonight's winner will take a giant step to the Imperial Valley League title as each team is 2-0 in league. This is monumental.
I don't know the last time we had something like this.
Yeah.
Central was big, but I think this is bigger.
Right.
Now.
This one, of course, you got to win every game in league. You really can't have one loss. And so it was big with Central because that was a big, big hurdle to kick.
Yeah.
But now with Brawley, we win this one, we'll win next week against Southwest, and the kids will be up for that one. Then they could have the first IBL title in almost a decade.
That would be cool.
Yep, that'd be very cool. Imperial comes in unbeaten at 8-0 with the Wildcats 7-1 overall. Their only blemish was a 21-13 setback at University City in San Diego a couple of weeks ago. And the Tigers, as we mentioned, looking for their first IBL title since 2015 and their fourth since joining the league in 2009. A Tiger win in Imperial, though, and we were talking about it a while ago, would be the first in decades, if ever. I'm not sure whether I don't have any recollection of Brawley getting beat by Imperial here in Imperial, so this could be an epic game. The three previous Tiger wins over the Wildcats were all in Brawley in 2011, 2013, and 2015. The Cats are riding an 8-game win streak over the Tigers heading into tonight. But what happens with win streaks? You can break them. Central had an 8-game winning streak when they came into Imperial a few weeks ago. Yeah. Tigers snapped that one. They'll try to do again the same thing tonight. The Tigers under fifth-year head coach David Shaw rolled through the season with 7 of 8 victories claimed by 2 possessions or more. The closest game was that shootout in Valley Center that I don't think we'll forget anytime soon. It saw Imperial rebound from a 23-6 second quarter deficit to defeat the Jaguars 52-47 up there.
Yeah,
and that's not easy
to do. Comeback by Valley Center too. That was
they were down. I think Imperial was up by 18 when they started coming back, and then it came down to steal it with an onside kick.
Yep.
And so it was
like in the last 4 minutes they came back and scored.
Right, scored 2 touchdowns late. Imperial has had an extra week to heal up and prepare for Brawley. I was talking to head coach David Shaw about that. I said, the bye week, how do you handle that? He says, we handled it like there was going to be a game last Friday. We did all of our practices just like we would do on a normal setting. So he says the team's raring to go. They've got great practices this week, and so we're looking forward to this game tonight. And now the last outing for the Tigers was 2 weeks ago tonight. They opened up a quick 21-0 lead in the opening minutes of the game en route to a 48-6 victory in Calexico. Darren Wesso took the opening kickoff back 98 yards for a touchdown. And I looked it up. I mentioned that it might be a school record. Almost. Missed it by a yard.
Who got it?
The record was 99 yards by Ricky Garcia against Palo Verde back in 1999. So this was the second longest kickoff return for touchdown in Tiger football history. That was followed by a block punt by Brandon Felix that A.J. Arispe recovered in the end zone. That was his second fumble recovery for a score this year. And that was followed by a 61-yard by Rashad Robinson minutes later, and the Tigers were roaring. Rashad would later score on a 53-yard run later in the first quarter and would take a Jaden Ayala pass 74 yards for his third score of the game and Ayala's 20th passing touchdown of the season. And Jaden has now thrown for over 1,300 yards this year. Isaiah Perez would claim the Tigers' third pick six of the season, and Wesso would later scamper 44 yards for his 11th rushing touchdown of the season, and he would end up with 108 yards, the 7th time in a row that he has been over the century mark in a game. And that's never happened for a freshman in Imperial or probably for any school in the Valley, I think. And he needs just 50 yards to go over the 1,000-yard mark. We could do that tonight, so that'll be exciting as well.
We get to watch somebody special.
Right.
We just a freshman, and we just can't get over that.
He is remarkable as a freshman. He really is. Rashad, who was remarkable as a freshman as well, we had just a few years ago. He's now a junior. Wound up with 117 yards and just 3 carries, giving him 3 straight games at over 100 yards rushing, and he's averaging 12.2 yards per carry. We'll take a look at the Wildcats as our pregame show continues in just a moment.
Brick House Coffee Shop and Brick House Deli are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., located at Lisa Tucker Center, Imperial. Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee Shop. Then order your deli sandwich next door. Choose from a list of your favorite sandwiches with the fixings you like. Google Brick House Deli in Imperial and order online to have it ready when you show up. Brick House Deli now offers a banquet room for your birthday party, office party, or business meeting. Call Brick House Deli, 760-592-4352. That's 592-4352.
InterCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs, with 2 new healthcare facilities opening in Imperial in 2025. Look for InterCare's new healthcare facility and new PACE Center exclusively for senior citizens, opening in 2025 next to the new Cambria Hotel. InterCare, making life healthy from the inside out.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
Thank you, Dale and George Grijalva. Just moments before the opening kickoff of tonight's game between Imperial and Brawley, and it's for our second consecutive game senior night. We were senior night at Kxo, right? And tonight is senior night in Imperial. And while Kxo had all the players before the game, and then they did the band and the cheerleaders at halftime, they're doing all of them here, but they have to do it in segments since there's so many kids. So they did the football players. Now they're doing the band, and I'm sure the cheerleaders will be coming up next. So it is senior night in Imperial. First-year Wildcat coach Lawrence Landy began the season with 6 consecutive decisive victories over Palm Desert, Canyon Hills, St. Augustine, Gila Ridge, Kxo, and Mission Bay. And they have not given up a point in IBL action, having beaten the Bulldogs 35-0 in Southwest last week, 48-0. Their only loss of the season was at University City, who was also unbeaten at the time. Both teams came into that game unbeaten a couple of weeks ago. And University City ran up a 21-0 lead at the half. Well, the Bulldogs came back and scored twice in the second half, but came up a little short at the end by a touchdown of 21-13. The Wildcats are led by a pair of talented Mats. There's Matthew Gutierrez at quarterback and running back Matthew Moreno. Gutierrez is a 4-year varsity letterman, a great option quarterback, which we've seen the last few years, and he's thrown for 1,151 yards and 19 touchdowns this season, and he's added 7 rushing touchdowns to his credit. Moreno's also playing varsity ball for the 4th year, has rushed for 587 yards with a 9.3 yard per carry average and has scored 6 touchdowns on the ground. Sergio Garcia, Brandon Porras, and Damian Clemente, who had 2 touchdown catches last week, lead a crew of sure-handed receivers for the Wildcats. This ought to be quite a game tonight. We'll continue with our pregame report and look at other games involving Valley schools in just a moment.
You want Jersey Mike's signature stuff, you get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th string quarterback, and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian. I was eating on the sideline. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub of boat.
For over 63 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way to keeping our kids busy with school activities. Right now, they are looking for donations and new members to keep the Quarterback Club going. Members can be parents of students or community members who care. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn, 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Dan's Auto Boss, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Dan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Dan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
As we mentioned, senior night here in Imperial. Mickey Dale along with George Grijalva as the Tigers prepare to take on the Brawley Wildcats. One game already in the books, George, and that was last night. Go Vikings ran their record up to 9-0 with a 38-0 victory over Palo Verde.
Wow!
They've got quite a team over there.
I wish we could see them.
Yeah, they played that last night at Burger Field. They maybe, if we get a bye in the first round of the playoffs, of course they probably will too, then we may be able to. Who knows how that's going to work out. The Vikings will try to wrap up a perfect regular season next Thursday. They have consecutive Thursday night games. They'll be hosting Calipatria in the annual Axe game. So that ought to be interesting as the Hornets have just one loss coming in tonight as they host Vincent Memorial at Veterans Field in Calipatria tonight in Desert League play. The other IVL game on tap tonight will be in Kxo, where the Bulldogs host the Southwest Eagles. And Carol Buckley and John Driffel will be at Mike's side on that, calling the game on KXORadio.com with a replay tomorrow on KXO's YouTube channel. Central has the night off and finishes out the regular season, the Bell game at Brawley next Friday, and that is always
another barn burner coming up.
Yeah. So Brawley has two big games coming up. They've got the one tonight with Imperial and then the Bell game next week. And so they've got to come up with two very big games in the last 2 weeks of the regular season. So we'll keep you abreast of those games as the night goes along tonight. And like we said, we think there's going to be a barn burner.
I hope so. I hope so. Getting excited.
Yeah, it is. I was talking to head coach Shaw before the game, and he mentioned that he traveled to Alamosa to see his son Seth playing for Adams State. And I said, well, we made a trip, too. Went back to see Jonathan and his family in Kansas. So we had a long trip, too. I think we put in almost 2,500 miles driving back there. And we left early Saturday morning after the game and drove to Tucumcari, New Mexico on Route 66 and then drove in the next day on Sunday afternoon. Had to get some wonderful Kansas barbecue before we met up with the kids.
Yeah.
And then we saw 4 games over the weekend. On Thursday night, the junior high plays, and they play in full uniforms, complete tackle football and everything. And Jonathan is the announcer of that, along with the high school team. So I was his spotter, spotting out the numbers and everything. And then on Friday night, we watched Meade up in Spearville, Kansas, which is northeast of Dodge City, and about 2-hour drive. And so we went to that one on Friday night. And then Saturday, we got up early and went to Mineola, which is probably about a half an hour or so east of Meade, and watched our grandson Caleb play. And on a kickoff, he had a fumble recovery. So we were all excited for Caleb doing that. And then Monday night, our oldest grandson of the Kansas group, Peter played on the JV team on Monday night. They played JV games on Monday night, although the schools are just so small back there that was the one and only JV game that they played this year. Wow. The rest of the time, the JV players suited up with the varsity and got in when they would be able to. So it was interesting going back there, long drive back. We enjoyed it. Love seeing the kids. And but now it's time for Imperial and Brawley.
Yeah, so I'm glad you made that trip without me. My back couldn't handle that.
It was
we were supposed to go to.
It was a long way.
A couple of weeks ago, I told you we were going to make that trip to watch Seth and other boys at Adams State.
Yeah,
we changed our mind that day.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
And when you have a short turnaround, but I had said at the beginning of the season that if we got the opportunity on a bye week, we're going to go back and see the kids and play, and we did it. So that was what was nice. We'll be back with more of our pregame show here on KXO Radio, El Centro, California, in just a moment.
Finally, we have all-you-can-eat sushi in Imperial Valley here at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill. Now offering all-you-can-eat from appetizers, rolls, sushi, and more all day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial. Call your order in at 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. KXOL Centro.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago by a group of parents to help the football team with needed equipment and sending players to special training. Their fundraising efforts are huge, not only for the football program, but to support other programs and sporting activities in Imperial School District. Looking to volunteer? They're always looking for new members. You can call Gabby Ortestein, Club President, 760-960-1741. Go Tigers.
Out of Imperial Band out on the field now. The Imperial team getting ready to come out from the locker room. Brawley is not back out on the field after their warm-up, but the crowd getting excited. And we've mentioned before this week about standing room only, but I think this is even maybe shoulders on
bigger around the track. Even.
Right. Standing on top of shoulders. And by 8 this morning, there were probably 12 to 15 vehicles that were out on the.
That's what's cool about here.
Right, on the ditch bank. Now, what they do back in Meade is we've been talking about different things they do back there than here. They actually play in kind of a bowl. And so there's parking that is behind the grandstands on the visitor side, and then all the way on the south side as well. And when it gets really cold, everybody will park up there and stay there.
Okay.
Once there's a touchdown, they flash the lights. If there's a touchdown, the challenge is really cool. There's all these flashing headlights everywhere. As now the Tigers have come back out onto the field wearing their all red home uniforms with a white trim and red helmets as well. Brawley will be in all white tonight with blue and gold as their accent colors and yellow helmets. And so we're just about ready for this one. Next week we'll see hopefully 2 home uniforms, which we usually have for Southwest Imperial games, and the Johnny Romero helmet game. And so now Brawley is coming out of the locker room as well. As I mentioned, in all white uniforms, yellow helmets, the Tigers in all red tonight. And want to welcome Kathy Johnson up in Alpine. We need to find out how cold it is up there, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy, thanks for tuning in again, like always.
Lee Elder checking in from Talmadge, Ohio. 57 degrees back there. We're at 82 here, so you guys do big time on that one.
We were sweating when we came into the booth.
And Roy Platt says he's listening up from the class of 1987. And so great to have him. And I was talking back and forth on the internet with Rick Sharp from the class of 76. He said that he was up at 2:20 a.m. to watch the SpaceX reentry, bringing the astronauts from back out of space. And we'll have our kickoff here in Imperial in just a moment.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too. Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 57 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end.
Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and the weight goes travel down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Kennedy's Carne, with many types of delicious marinated chicken to choose from, and award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials: home-style pork al pastor, only $2.99 a pound, and marinated carne asada burger patties, just $4.99 a pound, and pollo asada, buy one get 1 pound free, only Monday through Wednesday. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8, in Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Carne, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro, and Kennedy's Carne, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
Brick House Coffee Shop and Brick House Deli are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., located at Lisa Tucker Center, Imperial. Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee Shop. Then order your deli sandwich next door. Choose from a list of your favorite sandwiches with the fixings you like. Google Brick House Deli in Imperial and order online to have it ready when you show up. Brick House Deli now offers a banquet room for your birthday party, office party, or business meeting. Call Brick House Deli, 760-592-4352. That's 592-4352.
Mickey Dale along with George Grijalva here in Imperial as the Tigers get set to kick it off with the Brawley Wildcats. Captain's getting ready to come out of the field now. And for the Tigers, quarterback Jaden Ayala, one of the captains, along with J.J. Jimenez and Danny Escoves, Max Alvarez, and Darian Romo. And on the far side for the Wildcats, their captains will be quarterback Matthew Gutierrez, a receiver Brandon Porras. Still waiting for the others to make their way out onto the field. Beautiful IT interlocking white with red trim in the middle of the field. Love looking at that. And Imperial in the north end zone, Tigers in the south end zone, and white with red trim around that as well. I think I saw the machine yesterday. Going out on the field. It's like a lime green color machine that goes around.
Okay, I still haven't seen it.
It's kind of cool. So along with Porras and Gutierrez, Sergio Garcia, one of the captains. And on the left, his jersey's all matted up, but I think it might be Roman Britton. Like 21, kind of. But it's kind of hard to see because he has the front of the jersey kind of wadded up a little bit on the bottom.
The second one looks like a 3.
Is it okay?
So I can't make it out.
Yeah. So anyway, they're out on the field now, and the referees will be flipping the coin, so we'll keep our eyes on that and let you know how this is going to be. Again, both teams coming in 2-0 in IVL. The winner will sit atop by themselves with one game to go in Imperial Valley League play. The Tigers unbeaten on the season at 8-0. And the Wildcats come into the game with a record of 7-1. Their one loss by just 8 points on the road to University City.
I think it's Matthew Moreno, the other team captain.
Okay, could be 23. Okay, all right, Matthew Moreno is the other captain. They said he's got the bottom of the jersey all tucked up, and it's hard to see what number is on there. And the flip of the coin up. And it looks like Brawley may have won the toss, so we'll see what they're going to do. Whether they go on offense or on defense first and which side of the stadium. As we mentioned, it's about 82 degrees and no wind at all, 0. So that's not going to be a factor at all tonight. But Brawley won the toss, and they defer. So the Tigers will go on offense first. They'll defend the north goal. So on your radio dial or your phone or for Roy Platt up on his big screen, they'll be going right to left to start this ball game out. And we're on the trifecta again tonight. KXO Radio, 1230 a.m. on your AM dial. And we're on the KXO YouTube channel as well as KXORadio.com. And a replay of this will be on, you can watch it as soon as the game is over, or generally if we're not on the radio, it's on the next morning on the KXO channel, so you can relive it.
Technology.
So, yeah, isn't it though? You know, and you appreciate this because with you doing phones and stuff is what we used to have to do way back 40 years ago when we were doing this is we'd call up like AT&T or whoever was in that area, and they would come in and put a phone jack in the press box. Right. Oh. And then we would have to undo it all and then wire up and it was on an old black, I don't know what you would call it, just the old black telephones that you would pick up the receiver off of.
A rotary? A rotary?
Yeah, it was a rotary that you dialed up. And that's what we would use, and you had to make sure you didn't hang it up. So you had to send it off to the side. You'd have to remember, don't hang it up or you're going off the air. Here to kick off, Diego Padilla for the Wildcats. And deep to receive for the Tigers, goes in on the far side, and Darren Wesso on the near side. Wesso had that 98-yard kickoff return for touchdown 2 weeks ago against Calexico, second longest in school history. And lightning strike twice.
Yeah.
And there's the kickoff. They're going to kick it toward Bozin. It's going to bounce in front of him. Wesso will go over and pick it up at the 15-yard line. Catch that, breaks open at the 30-yard line. Will dive with the 35 and maybe saving a touchdown for the Wildcats is Derek Valdez, but he got ahead of steam going and got it out to the 35-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over first and 10. Jaden Ayala will be the quarterback. Darren Wesso will be at a running back slot. He will go in and out with Rashad Robinson. The wide receivers, Gio Robles, Mario Gaxiola, Isaiah Perez, and Trey Reese. And along the line, left to right, is Levi Mincher, Maximus Alvarez, Johnny Carrillo at center, Jordan Malik, and Ezra Favila. Tigers will have Robinson in the backfield. And Wessel in motion. Handed off to Robinson. Around the left side. Bounces to the outside. Gets hit and brought down after a 1-yard gain. Good job coming in, Damian Clemente for the Wildcats. It'll be a gain of maybe 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8.
That was Damian Clemente. I couldn't see the number.
So Rashad gets the first carry of the night for 2 yards. 2nd down and 8.
I like the way they plugged that up quick. Good job of stopping
Escobar comes in at a tight end, then splits out on the near side, trips right for the Tigers. Robinson in the backfield again with Ayala. He'll get the handoff up the middle. Rashad will get hit at the line of scrimmage. He's fighting his way, gets across the 40-yard line, then brought down. His forward progress will get him out to the 41. It'll be a gain of 4. So a 2nd down and 4, or 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Tigers.
Good job by Robinson. Kept fighting. It looked like the defenders kept bouncing off of him.
His brother, Roderick, who plays for the University of Georgia, is here tonight with their dad, and we're hoping to have him up here at halftime. We'll do an interview with Roderick Robinson and see how things are going with the Bulldogs on the national scale. He was an outstanding running back at Lincoln High School in San Diego, and then got full ride to Georgia.
Yeah.
Westwood goes into the backfield now as Robinson splits out to the left along with Robles and Reese. Hand it off Wessel on the right side. He'll dive to a yard short.
Just short.
He'll come up at the 44-yard line, but a yard short. The Tigers will have a 4th down and 1.
Sergio Garcia is the one that stopped him. It looked like he had already tripped. He was going down. See what they do here. Try to draw him off, or
Ayala will come to the sideline, get the play call from head coach David Shaw. For the Wildcats on defense, Alec Valdez along the defensive end, and the other is Andrew Tigert. The defensive linemen are Blake Riley and Chris Espinoza. We'll get you others in just a few moments. Right now, though, it's going to be Ayala at quarterback in the shotgun. Hands it off to Robinson. Robinson passes the outside, gets the first down and more to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, and finally going to be picked up and brought down at the Wildcat 35. 1st and 10 Tigers. Big run for Robinson.
Beautiful run. Right off the right tackle, and then he bounced it off to the outside, and 23 was able to catch up with him, Matthew Moreno. And he carried him for a bit. Still carried Matt for a little bit.
21 yards on that run by Rashad Robinson. And the Tigers have a 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 35. Splitting out to the left side for Imperial will be Isaiah Perez. Robles will be in the slot. Ayala. And out to Robinson again. Tries on the right side, cuts back to the left side, gets across the 30-yard line. Will dive toward the 28 before being brought down. Another good gain by Rashad Robinson.
Great blocking by the front line for the Tigers. Big holder on the left side.
A gain of 7 on that one. And it's a 2nd down and 3 for Imperial.
I think that was the free safety that brought him down.
That's not what you want to see.
Got a penalty flag already. Number 10.
Yeah, something was said in the defensive backfield for the Wildcats. I'm not sure what it was.
Nobody's close to him.
No, nobody's just his teammates by him. But something was said, and it's going to be an unsportsmanlike. And instead of being at the 28-yard line, it's going to be down inside the 15 now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just not a way.
The Tigers were in their huddle over here.
Right, the Tigers were completely in their huddle, and the Wildcats they don't really go into much of a huddle on defense. So they just kind of get into their positions. But one of the defensive backs said something, and, man, quickly got the flag.
And he's calling for him.
Yeah.
J.J. Jackson's calling for him.
Right.
I think that was James Bendy that called that, threw that flag. Wow.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. And J.J. will go over and try to calm him down. I'm hoping that the referees or the coaches at least would tell the kids, okay, we can't have that kind of stuff. You know, you got to watch what you say and watch what you do, because penalties like that can be brutal. After a 7-yard gain by Robinson, made it a 2nd down and 3 at the 28. Now they're going to mark this off, and it's go inside the 15. They're going to put it at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Wildcat 14.
Not smart right there. That was not smart at all.
Especially way after the play was over.
Yeah, I don't know, was it against a teammate or at the ref? I don't know.
I don't know. So Robinson will move over to the left side of Ayala's in the shotgun in the backfield for the Tigers and gets the handoff up the middle. There's not much there. He's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Lots of white shirts up front. Linebackers for the Wildcats, Matthew Moreno, Aiden Ariquibe, and Andrew Camillo. And in the defensive backfield, Sergio Lopez, Matthew Gutierrez, Brandon Boris, and Roy Rosas. No gain on the play, second down and 10.
No one of the numbers involved. There was 59, Drake Seals, defensive tackle.
So Rashad stopped for nothing on that. Has 34 yards now and 5 carries. He'll stay in the backfield along with Ayala. On his left side, Ayala on the shotgun. Ayala barking the signals out. Hands it off Robinson. And again, it's going to be stacked up. They're backing that inside up. And the Tigers are going to have to come up with something and not just go straight up the middle like that.
No. Well, you got to try until they stop, and they did. They've done it twice. Yeah.
So it's going to be a loss on the play of a couple of yards back to the 16-yard line. And a third down now and 12 for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think it's time for that. Time for number 3 right now.
Yeah, he was wide open.
Wide open.
On the last one. And that's Gio Robles. He was on the left side. He's been doing that fade pass pattern, and it's worked great, especially utilizing his 6'5" stature. Tigers will have 2 wide receivers to the left side as Westbrook goes in the slot. Robles split out. Yaxiel will split out to the right side. And a third down and 12 coming up from the 16 for the Tigers. Ayala goes back to pass. Sets up. Going to throw that fade pattern into the corner of the end zone to Robles. He catches it, but he's in bounds. We're looking for a call. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think he caught that with one hand. I think he caught it going down.
Touchdown by Robles on the fade pattern in the corner of the end zone. And a great pass by Jaden Ayala. Wow.
Beautiful. At first, I thought it was out of bounds. That's too deep. That's too far out.
You can't really see because there's so many people standing on the sidelines with a standing room only crowd.
I'm going to call Coach Drew to tell him to get those guys out of that pit so we cannot see.
We can't see. So the first pass for Ayala is going to be for a touchdown. 16 yards. Sergio Robles coming in for the extra point attempt. Jonathan Cruz, sophomore kicker. And the ball is down. The kick is up. And penalty flag. Penalty flag. May have had a jump.
Too much time?
The procedure. Imperial's looking to bring that one back. Jonathan's come in the last few games as kicker. Has kicked 4 of 5 point after touchdown. The other one he didn't make was a blocked one. So he's done very well, sophomore kicker. So the Tigers strike first on their opening possession and have a 6-point lead. Now the ball will be placed at the 14-yard line for an extra point after the penalty for illegal procedure against Imperial. Jonathan aside, soccer-style kicker. Antonio Reyna is the holder. And now there's still movement along the line. Brawley's trying to draw on it, and I think it's working.
Stood up,
Right.
The whole right side of the Tigers stood up.
So it's going to be another 5-yard penalty against Imperial.
Well, one ref called it on them, and Hartog called it on Imperial.
Okay, so we'll see what they decide on that as they get together and talk it over. 8-play drive for the Tigers. That covered 65 yards and took up 5 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, that penalty killed them.
Oh, yeah. And you never know over the course of a game how big that will be. You really don't. It could be a big momentum breaker or a shift in the momentum. You never know how it's going to be. The Tigers are now lining up. The ball will be placed at the 19-yard line. So it's actually a 29-yard extra point attempt. Jonathan has plenty of leg to do it, but he'll have to be a little lower to get it, and we've had trouble this year with block extra points and block field goal attempts. Rainey on the hold. And a penalty flag, and I think this may go against Brawley. Kick was way high. We went higher than the upright. But it's not going to count because the flag was thrown before the kick.
And that was the white hat that did that.
Yep.
Personal foul. What?
Against Brawley.
Oh, he starts to point this way.
Yeah. He was looking right at both teams as they're lined up. So I guess they're going to say that extra point was good. Or, no. If the flag went before the kick. And now,
Does it continue? Does
yeah.
play continue? Keep on.
Yeah, since it wasn't an offsides or a legal procedure, yeah, I guess that would continue, and the extra point will be good. So with 6:57 remaining in the first quarter of play, it's the Tigers 7, the Wildcats 0.
InterCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs, with 2 new healthcare facilities opening in Imperial in 2025. Look for InterCare's new healthcare facility and new PACE Center exclusively for senior citizens, opening in 2025 next to the new Cambria Hotel. InterCare, making life healthy from the inside out.
On that drive for the Tigers, 8 plays, 65 yards, using 5 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock, and capped by the 16-yard touchdown pass, the 21st of the season for Jaden Ayala. And for Gio Robles on the catch, his 6th touchdown catch of the season, and he didn't play the opening games.
Oh, he did. He did. He was hurt
because of injuries. So yeah,
from last year, he's still recuperating.
So with that personal foul against Brawley, the kickoff will actually be on Brawley's side of the field at the 45-yard line. Mario Gaxiola will be kicking off. 14 touchbacks that he has kicked already this season. And unless he tries for an onside kick, which I doubt, this will be number 15.
Put it through the upright.
Always like seeing that. It's like it would be a field goal. And he heads for it. And did it go?
No, it was short.
I think it's a little bit short. It looked like it went below it. He was right on the money. It was great. So the Wildcats will take over possession, 1st and 10 on their first possession at their own 20-yard line. Quarterback, as I mentioned in the pregame show, Matthew Gutierrez, 6'2", 205 senior. Running back will be Matthew Moreno at 5'11" and 195. Both tough runners, as well as Gutierrez can throw. Sergio Garcia would be a wide receiver. Brandon Forrest and Steph Hoskins. The tight end is Roy Rosas. And along the line, left to right, is Joe Lopez, Connor Kalupnik, Alejandro Cotos, the center, then Cruz Delora and Drake Seals on the right side of the line. And it's going to be a sweep on the right side. And it's going to be Sergio Garcia, who has an heel on his feet to the 50, to the 45. Finally going to be dragged down at the 43-yard line. Not sure if that was pitched forward or not.
I didn't see that.
It was in motion, so we're going to have to call that as a run. We don't know for sure on that.
Okay,
I don't know if it was a handoff or a pitch, but anyway, it's going to go to the Tiger side of the football field at the 42-yard line. So it's going to be a 38-yarder on first down.
And somebody was, they're saying that somebody might have been hit in the head.
Gutierrez gets the snap, hands it up, but it's going to go nowhere as Matthew Moreno. He's hit hard and brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Big William Kwan hit him hard.
So no gain on the play. And we're going to give him a yard. So 2nd down and 1. Back to pass, Gutierrez. Rolls out of the pocket. Looking right. A short one. Has a man open. Going to catch it is going to be Rosas, and he'll go all the way down to the 8-yard line, but a penalty flag is back at the 45, which looks like it would be a hold
on 78.
On the offense.
I've seen him watch it the whole time. 78 holding.
So it is holding against Brawley, so it'll bring that one back. Nice play action, though, by Gutierrez, who rolled out to his right. Had room to run if he wanted to, but then when he saw Rosas open, it was just a slight little pitch forward to him. But it's all for naught. The 10-yard penalty bring it back to the Brawley side of the field at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how the receiver was so wide open over here. Somebody killed their coverage.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Wide open. Nobody out there with him. But no, I watched the whole time. He got beat by one of the linemen from the Tigers.
2nd and 19. And goes in motion to the far side. Quick fake on the pitch, back to pass Gutierrez. Going to go deep. Has 2 receivers down there, and it's caught. Caught by Sergio Garcia.
You got it.
Right at the 10-yard line. And it'll be a first down for Brawley. 39-yarder on that. So Garcia, 38-yard run, 39-yard pass reception.
I don't know where. Oh, there's Brandon. Brandon is in there. He must be playing linebacker. They've had 2 receivers there, though. The Wildcats. Tigers just like, I don't know what happened. It's like somebody stopped. Thought it was a run.
It's going to be up the middle, and Gutierrez is going to carry it. He hops over the initial line, gets down to about the 4-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6. And a second down now, and 4.
He was tripped up at the line, but Brandon Felix is the one that finally brought him down.
And mark it as a 2nd and 3 at the 4.
I heard somebody mention over here, that's not the typical Wildcat offense here.
And we've seen that over the years at times. They'll do something different when they play against Imperial. Garcia in the backfield. Gutierrez going to run, 205-pound quarterback, and touchdown Wildcat. Wildcats will score on their first possession of the game and are a point away from tying the ball game up.
Good push, right up the middle. Push it. Big boys tried to stop.
Like I said, a senior of 6 foot and 205 pounds. He's low to bring down.
I don't know who they're taunting over here. 52 taunting somebody on the sideline.
Diego Padilla, 25 of 27 on PATs, and for the extra point attempt. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good.
Good.
With 4:43 to go in this first quarter of play, it's now the Tigers 7, the Wildcats 7.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
On that drive for the Wildcats, 5 plays, and they will go 80 yards for the touchdown. And they'll do it in 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Good answer. Good answer by the Wildcat.
The 4-yard run by Matthew Gutierrez, and for him rushing, that is his 8th of the year in rushing. As a quarterback, running quarterback, he has one game of over 100 yards this year, too. You can never count him out when he rolls out.
We just found out that he can pass.
Yes, indeed.
He has 2 of his receivers.
Kickoff's going to go back near the end zone. We'll go through the end zone. Touchback by Padilla, and the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10. They'll be at their own 20-yard line with 4:43 to go in this first quarter of play.
Who the Tigers are going to send out? Looks like everything's staying the same with the Tigers.
They've been changing quite a bit, whether bringing Wesso in the backfield or Robinson in the backfield. Then we see Wesso goes into a slot and Robinson stays in. Sometimes Wesso go into a motion situation. Right now, Escobar is back in the lineup.
Yeah. Isaiah Perez, what's going on? They brought him back.
Gaxiola wide to the right, Wesso and Robles wide left, and Robinson in the backfield on the right side of Ayala in the shotgun. It's the snap, hand off to Robinson. Looks to the inside, can't find it, bounces to the outside, tries to make a move outside, and gets tripped up at the 21-yard line and brought down. Wasn't much room out there to go, and you'll get a yard. It'll be a 2nd down and 10, or 2nd and 9, I should say.
A lot of running for 1 yard there.
Yeah.
I thought Gio came back, and I thought it might have been a block in the back.
The 2nd and 9 for the Tigers from their own 21-yard line. Tied score 7-7 here in Imperial between the Tigers and the Brawley Wildcats to see who will be atop the IVL race. Both teams 2-0 in league play. Robinson will go to the left side now of Ayala. Trips right for the Tigers, but not split out real deep. Back to pass Ayala. Quickly throws it out to the right side. Gets to Robles. Robles puts the straight arm out and will dive out to across the 25. Let's see how far they're going to mark his forward progress out on the far side of the field. And it looks to be at the 26 or 25-yard line, like the 25. So only a 4-yard gain, so 3rd down and 5 coming up. First catch of the night, or 2nd catch of the night for Robles. This one goes for 4. The other went for the touchdown of 16 on the opening drive for Imperial. Robles at first starts out on the left side, then goes to the right. 2 wide receivers east side of the field now. Robbins stays in the backfield. Down to the left side of Ayala. Gets the snap. Takes the handoff, throws over the middle. Westo catches the ball. Has the first down to the 25 to the 35 to the 40 to the 45-yard line before getting tripped up and brought down at the 47. First down, Tigers, after a 22-yard gain on the pass. Woo!
I like that play. Little screen off to the left, and Damian Clemente was able to trip him up. He was already past him. He was just able to trip his feet up.
So 1st and 10 Tigers now from their own 47-yard line. And off Robinson up the middle, gets across the 50-yard line, punches his way out to about the 48 for the Wildcats. Still up, and he has 4 guys trying to get him down. Finally goes down at the 48 of the Wildcats after a gain of 5 yards, 2nd and 5 for Imperial.
He refuses to go down. Ever since he got back, was able to play just the way he runs.
Did a great job against Calexico, getting his 3rd straight 100-yard game. Only touched the ball 4 times and scored on 3 of them. 2 runs and a catch.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, and all by long runs and catch, too. So he's just been impressive since joining the team after the first 5 games this year. Goes over the left side of Ayala once again. Trips right for the Tigers. At the Wildcat 48, back to pass Ayala. Quick one out to the right side to Westo. Westo catches the ball, makes one move at the line of scrimmage, will get stood up at the 46 after a 2-yard gain. But a 3rd and 3 coming up for Imperial for 46 of Brawley.
That was great coverage there by the Brawley line, DBs. Number 2 was out there, Damon. And number 8, Matthew Gutierrez. Clemente's all over the place. Damon Clemente.
So 3rd down and 3 from the 46-yard line. Robinson stays in the backfield. And now on the right side of Ayala from the shotgun, right at midfield. Hands it off Robinson. Robinson makes a couple of moves to the line of scrimmage that will dive forward near the first down, but not quite. I think he's going to be a little bit short. So it'll be a 4th down and less than a yard for the Tigers.
See where they spun it, though.
At the Wildcat 44.
Yeah, 54 seconds to go in the first quarter.
It's been a fast quarter, hasn't it?
Yeah, not a run.
Fast quarter, we just were anticipating this the last 2 weeks. Makes it seem like it's a lot faster.
I'll tell you, out at the prison, everybody was talking about this game.
Ayala would go under center. With Robinson in the back, and they're going to draw offside. They're going to draw Brawley offside, and the Tigers will get a 1st down.
Got him.
Hard snaps by Ayala will give the Tigers a 1st down, and they get a 1st and 10 and put it at the Wildcat 39-yard line.
Yeah, they had the nose guard. 2 of the defensive linemen jump. Good call by the Tigers coaching staff.
So 1st and 10 Imperial from the 39 of the Wildcats. 21 seconds on the clock and rolling. So,
he's going to let it go. He's going to let it run out.
Yep, they're going to let that run out. So after the first quarter of play, we're really not much different than when we started this game. It's still tied. It's Imperial 7 and the Wildcats 7.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. KXOL Centro.
The UPS store at 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro is your full-service shipping headquarters. They take all drop-offs and can assist with packing and shipping almost anything. And with their pack and ship guarantee, your items are guaranteed to ship safe and arrive in one piece. Don't forget, the UPS store provides mailbox services, document shredding, notary services, and passport or ID photos, plus many sizes of printing on-site. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, Saturdays, 8 to 5, and Sundays, 10 to 3 at 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
7-7 score here in Imperial. The Tigers with the football on a 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 39-yard line as we start the second quarter of play. Tigers coming into the game with an 8-0 record. First time since 2013 the Tigers were unbeaten this deep into the season. Wildcats 7-1 on the season.
And come the big game that played in 2013.
13, Royce Freeman. Tigers went 11-0 before a loss. Going to be a pitch forward to Westo around the left side. Westo gets a line of speed, and he'll get the first down a little bit more inside the 30-yard line. Put down to about the 27, it looks like. That's going to be a gain of 12. It will be a pass considered because it was pitched forward. It'll be a 1st and 10 of the 27. Gain of 12 on that pass play.
Wow. Ray Rosas brought him down, but he just outran the DB. I think it was number 3. Sergio Garcia went right around him.
So 1st and 10, Tigers now from the 27-yard line of the Wildcats. The drive Imperial started at their own 20. Rashad Robinson in the backfield on the left side of Ayala. They're going left or right now. Man in motion is Wesso. Fake it to Wesso. Hand it up the middle to Robinson. He's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He'll get a couple of yards, it looks like, to, or maybe a yard to the 27. See where they mark his forward progress. They're going to put it at the 26. We'll give him a yard, 2nd down and 9.
So Matthew Moreno and Sergio Garcia combined for the tackle for the Wildcats.
41 yards on 10 carries for Robinson in the ball game.
Good battle up front. Both lines are very strong.
Kxo splits out wide right. Wesso in the slot. Robles wide to the left. And Robinson in the backfield along with Ayala, quarterback. Jaden gets the snap. Straight back to pass. Goes into the corner of the end zone. As Wesso, touchdown Tigers. Darren Wesso with the catch. A beautiful throw from Jaden Ayala. The Tigers are up 13-7.
Yeah. Went right by whoever his defender was. I'm trying to get a number. I cannot see it. Just ran right by him. Rosas, number 10.
For Wesso, that's his 3rd touchdown catch of the year, his 18th reception on the season. And the Tigers are now up 13-7. And Jonathan Cruz coming in for the extra point.
Just remember, we have a QB holding.
Antonio Urena, backup quarterback, is on the hold. Good snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it's good. With 10:41 remaining in the 2nd quarter of play. It's now the Tigers 14 and the Wildcats 7.
Dan's Autobot, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Dan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Dan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
On that drive, 9 plays and what we like to see, an 80-yard drive.
I love 80-yard drive.
5 minutes and 58 seconds. We're taking off the scoreboard, and it was capped by a 26-yard touchdown pass from Jaden Ayala to Darren Wesso, and with Cruz's extra point, Tigers up now 14-7 with 10:41 to go in the first half. Deep to receive. Sergio Garcia on the near side, Brandon Forrest on the far side. Kickoff's going to go back to about the 5-yard line. Forrest will bring it out from there. Out to the 15, to the 20, cuts to the outside of the 25-yard line, and they're going to be brought down at about the 28-yard line, maybe the 27. We'll see where the forward progress is at.
He's brought down by Trey Reese and Sam Rubalcaba.
They're going to put it at the 27-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will have possession, 1st and 10. Trailing the Tigers 14-7. Just their 2nd possession. Each team has scored a touchdown on every possession.
Yeah. I think they only got the ball one time in the first quarter.
Right.
And we had it,
we've had it twice. They've had it once.
Yeah.
That's all resulted in touchdowns.
A couple of plays in the quarter, but
Gutierrez, a quarterback, has a man in motion. Going to be pitched out to the left side. It's going to be Clemente. Clemente will get out across the 30-yard line, hit hard, right down to the 33-yard line. But does get some pretty good yardage on that. To the 33. Gain of 6. 2nd down and 4.
J.J. Jimenez and Brandon Felix bring him down. Big hit by Brandon.
And that's another one that Brawley has not used much is Clemente as a running back.
Change things up again on them.
He had 9 receptions coming into the game for 130 yards and 3 touchdowns, but very few times carrying the ball. Pitch out to the left side. Nowhere to go. Tigers going to stack him up at the line of scrimmage and bring it down. Well, he was Moreno, but we'll need to see when he gets up. Yes, it is Matthew Moreno, and he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. See if they're going to get a yard out of it. I think he's going to get a yard out of it. No, 33. It's no gain. 3rd down and 4.
J.J. Jimenez and William Kwan.
So 3rd down and 4 from their own 33 for the Wildcats. And they'll go into pistol formation now. Gutierrez with Moreno behind him. Takes the pitch, goes back to pass. Throws it, has a receiver open. Makes a great catch. Brandon Flores at the 49-yard line. Jumps up with one hand and brings down the ball. And it's a 1st down Wildcats at their own 49.
All by himself again. Somebody's not covering their area.
He is wide open.
Wide open. Yep. Good catch, though. One-handed catch. Knocked him off balance. That's where he went down.
His first catch of the night. He has 16 on the season now. Had an 80-yard touchdown pass in an earlier game. That's 4 touchdowns on the season. Trips right this time for the Wildcats. Gutierrez rolls out to his right looking to pass. Gets some pressure. Throws it again. Man wide open. This is the ball. Ball was passed to Roy Rosas, and he just blocked it at the Tiger 45-yard line. He's 2nd down and 10.
I think you heard Brandon Felix coming up.
Yeah, that pass is right there.
Right there.
Right between his number 1 and 0. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock with 8:42 to go in the first half. Tigers 14, Wildcats 7.
Wonder if it's going to go down to the last possession.
Could be. Yeah,
win the game.
The way things are going, yeah. Second down and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 49-yard line. Gutierrez going to roll out to the right. Going to be his option pitch out to Moreno. Moreno gets ahead of steam, has a 1st down and then some. Gets across the 40-yard line to the Tiger 37-yard line. Going to be a gain of 12 and a 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Darren Romo was able to catch up to him. He went right around that end.
Showing some speed on that.
He did. He showed it right there. Gaxiola was there with him. He outran Gaxiola, who's got some wheels.
Moreno, 5'11" and 195 senior. Came into the game with 587 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns, averaging 9.3 yards a carry. That one was for 12.
I've always been used to Brawley just diving, hitting the hard tackle post and running hard.
They're running on the edges tonight. Back to pass. Gutierrez looks downfield, rolls out to his right, passes, has a man open in the middle, catches it, brought down about the 27 or 28-yard line to Sergio Garcia. He's just short of the 1st down. They're going to mark it at the 28. It'd be a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Big Noah Larios from his nose guard position was able to come back there and wrap him up.
Garcia's 2nd catch of the night, had a 39-yarder in the first quarter. Also had a 38-yard run in the first quarter. 2nd down and 1 for the Wildcats from the Tiger 28, 7:23 to go in the first half. Tigers leading at 14-7. Moreno will be to the left side of Gutierrez in the shotgun. Back to pass Gutierrez. Rolls out to his left, looks downfield, passes across the middle, incomplete. Rosas tried to get it, jumped up high for it, but went off his fingertips, incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, he had to get rid of that a little bit sooner than he wanted to. Big Sam Rubalcaba was back there. Hurry things up for him.
4 down territory for the Wildcats. It's the 3rd and 1 from the Tiger 28. They do have a field goal kicker in Diego Padilla, who had a 43-yard field goal earlier in the season. And they'll need to get a little bit closer than where he's at right now to attempt that. Gutierrez going to carry it himself. He'll be stacked up, but I think he's got the 1st down. We're going to give him a gain of a couple. It'll be a 1st down for the Wildcats. So 1st and 10 Wildcats from the 26-yard line of Imperial. A 2-yard run by Gutierrez, who has 12 on 3 carries tonight.
Big William Kwan was in there again for the Tigers. Got him with the 3rd tackle of the night, along with J.J. Jimenez.
So 1st and 10 Wildcats. 6:48 and clock running here in this first half. Imperial 14, Brawley 7. Gutierrez will have Moreno in the backfield with him once again. Take the handoff. Gutierrez going to keep it. It's open. He's up the middle of the 15 to the 10. And finally going to be dragged down at about the 7-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal Wildcat.
Good call right there. Got Imperial asleep. They thought it was a run right up the middle. Right up the gut.
We have seen the play actions from him over the years. He does such a great job with it. That'll be an 18-yard gain to the 8-yard line. First and goal, Wildcat.
He did that his sophomore year. Here? Oh, my gosh. He just kept doing that right there. I don't know if it was design or if it's a read, but there's nobody on the outside.
I think it's a read, but I think he's a smart enough quarterback to see that that was open right there before the snap. You know, and
he wouldn't have touched that deep.
No.
Deep 50.
Yeah, before anybody even came around him.
They're not working.
Nope, not working. Clemente in the backfield. Going to be Gutierrez on the pitch out to Garcia around the right side. Garcia looks for the end zone. He'll not make it. He'll go out of bounds. He pushed him around the 3, it looks like. We're going to mark it closer to the 4, it looks like. It'll be a gain of 4. Second down and goal.
Isaiah Perez was able to push him out of bounds. Looks like somebody got tripped up our defensive lineman out there.
Garcia came into the game with 6 carries all season long. He's already had 2 tonight. Yeah, it's something different they brought out. Which is smart to do. Direct snap to Gutierrez, who follows his blockers to the end zone. He's not going to quite make it.
Oh, we got the ball. Fumble.
Was it a fumble? We're waiting to see the referee's call. The Tigers said they had it, but he may have already been down when the ball was brought out. And the referees are saying, no fumble on that.
Third down.
He will get down to the 2-yard line. There'll be a gain of a couple. So third down and goal at the 2. Boy, that would have been monumental if Tigers would recover that.
Give that to Centro for the Tigers. I couldn't see who the other ones were. They had to time out somebody.
Time out on the field. 5:16 to go in the first half of play. It's the Tigers 14 and the Wildcats 7.
Finally, we have all-you-can-eat sushi in Imperial Valley here at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill. Now offering all-you-can-eat from appetizers, rolls, sushi, and more all day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial. Call your order in at 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago by a group of parents to help the football team with needed equipment and sending players to special training. Their fundraising efforts are huge, not only for the football program, but to support other programs and sporting activities in Imperial School District. Looking to volunteer? They're always looking for new members. You can call Gabby Otiskin, Club President, 760-960-1741. Go Tigers.
And our son Jonathan advising they're listening up back in Meade, where the Meade Buffaloes defeated the Elkhart Wildcats 46-0.
Awesome.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah.
And thanks for listening in, Jonathan and Nora and Peter and Caleb and Sam and Andrew and Daisy, all listening in back in Meade, Kansas. Wildcats looking at a third down and goal from the 2-yard line, going to the south end zone.
It's under center.
And under center's Gutierrez. We'll hand it off up the middle. He'll get nowhere. He's not going to make it. It'll be Clemente on the carry. He'll get a yard, but a 4th and goal from the 1.
See who hit him hard. Somebody hit him hard. First 11. All right. I'm going to give that one to Danny Escobar. Brandon Felix was the other one.
Gutierrez will pick himself. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make that. The Tigers defense will hold him at the 1. Wow, what a great job by the red and white.
Great stop. Stood him right up. Took his momentum away. Couldn't use his big old leg. I don't know who hit him. I wish I had a number for you.
There was a lot of red jerseys down the middle, and there was just a big push, and the Tigers just out-muscled them on that one. It stopped them at the 1-yard line. So the Tigers now, they're at their own 1. Their backs to the wall. They've got to come up with something to get some breathing room out here. Wessel will go wide to the right along with Gaxio, and split out wide left is Gio Robles. Robinson to the backfield of Ayala, and timeout is going to be on the field. Tigers will call time with 4:45 to go in this first half of play. It's Imperial 14, Brawley 7.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too. Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 57 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end.
Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and the way goes trouble down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
So the Tigers now with a 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. With 4:45 to go in this first half of play, leading the Wildcats 14-7. Robinson in the backfield with Ayala. Trips or doubles on both sides. And now a hard count by Ayala, but the Wildcats don't bite on it. Ayala moves back. He's not halfway into the end zone now with Robinson to his left. And taking his time. Still taking his time. Are they waiting for a delayed game for a 1-foot penalty? And that's what the penalty is going to be. Delay a game.
Okay.
Well, they're going to cost you a foot because you're so far back there, I guess. But Ayala can come to the sideline because he may have not been sure what to run when the hard count didn't work. Well, the penalty will bring it back and make it a 1st and 10.5 at the half. That makes sense.
I'm glad you have to do the math. I'm not good at fractions.
Fractions, yeah. Oh, that's my sister. She always struggled with fractions. She's back in Oklahoma with Mom and Dad, so I'm not sure she's listening to that tonight or not.
I'm glad for the
so Ayala
on the phone, for sure.
Ayala will go up under center, will push himself. He's going to get a bit of yardage.
Still going.
Yeah, he's going to get some yardage out across the 5, perhaps, to the 6. Wow. Good push by the Tigers on the line and by Jaden Ayala at quarterback. We're going to put it at about the 7, it looks. No, about the 6, I guess. We'll call it 6. It's a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
Oh, we can't miss your recap. That's all about. I'm telling you, I was so busy. Had a newborn grandson this
Oh, that's right. Congratulations
Tuesday.
to you.
316. My son said, John, 316.
Oh, how nice. That's great.
On the 22nd, so that makes it easy for me to remember. May 22nd.
I'll tell you something about that in a little bit with my grandkids. Handoff's going to be to Robinson. Finds the cleat. Breaks open to the 15-yard line. And finally going to be brought down at about the 18. 1st and 10, Tigers.
Oh, he missed that hit, huh?
Wow.
Rosas was able to bounce him up.
He gets that hole fast, though, doesn't he? He's halfway to another 100-yard game with 52 now in 11 carries.
They've bumped hard. He's gone.
Got to credit that line of Imperial, too. They made a nice enough hole for him to just bam through. 2 wide receivers each side of the field. Robinson stays in the backfield with Ayala. To his left side in the shotgun. They're going to hand it off to Robinson. He breaks out to the outside. First he was going to try to go up the middle. There was nothing there. He tried to bounce to the outside. We'll get a couple of yards out of it.
Rain Reed, great job holding on one-on-one with Robinson.
We'll get out to about the 21-yard line. So a gain of 3 on that. And 2nd down and 7.
Good open field tackle.
Yeah, it was.
Just held on to his foot.
Which is no easy feat.
No, we know that one.
Rashad is a tough runner. Robles will move from the right side over to the left side, and replacing him will be Trey Reese on the trips right. Ayala stays in the shotgun. It's not to his right. Takes one side. Now he's going to go deep. He's looking for Gaxiel. He's going to be underthrown. Intercepted at the 4-yard line, 40-yard line. Out to the 50. And the first turnover of their game is going to be an interception by Brandon Porras. It will return it to the Tiger 45-yard line. You can just see that was underthrown from the beginning.
A great job by defending, keeping him to the outside. Great job.
Yep. It was like a basketball player walking out for a rebound is what it reminded me of.
Great body position on that. Very, very smart.
For Porras, that's his first interception of the season, and at a great time for the Wildcats. Now the ball 1st and 10 on the Tiger side of the football field at the 45-yard line. 2:34 to go in this first half of play. Wildcats trail by 7, a score of 14-7.
Brandon Porras, great job.
Yep, it was.
That was impressive right there.
So 1st and 10 Wildcats. Momentum shift. We'll find out. Back to pass Gutierrez. Going to pump once, then pumps the second time and throws it deep for Porras. He's going to catch it, and he'll get down to 3 yards. It looked like he might have pushed to get an opening, but no call. Perhaps he didn't. But he'll get all the way down to the 3-yard line. That's going to be a 42-yarder and a 1st and goal for the Wildcats. Man, they've had some big plays in this.
Brandon Felix was there. I thought he had it. He's so tall. Just out of his reach.
So 1st and goal Wildcats from the 3-yard line. Tiger defense does not have much time on the sideline. Now they got to stop them again inside the 5. Moreno on the left side of Gutierrez, who's in the shotgun. On a 1st and goal to 3. Got to run it himself. Gutierrez will run to the outside, then we'll go in for the touchdown. Gutierrez will waltz his way in for the touchdown, and the Tigers' lead is now trimmed to 14-13.
Robinson was out there on defense. First time we've seen him this year.
That is. Yeah, he was. Oh.
Roderick coming up here.
We're going to talk to Rashad's older brother, Roderick Robinson, who plays at the University of Georgia, who's been doing quite well in the top 5 of the rankings right now. Diego Padilla will come in for the extra point attempt. He's 26 of 28 on the season. Ball is down, kick is up, and it's good.
Good.
With 1:55 to go in the first half of play, we're deadlocked. Tigers 14, Wildcats 14.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 57 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end.
Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and the weight goes pebbles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
On the scoring drive for the Wildcats, 2 plays, 45 yards, using 40 seconds, came after a big interception by Brandon Porras, a long 42-yard pass to Porras, and a 3-yard touchdown run by Matthew Gutierrez. It's now 14-14, the latter part of this second quarter play. The kind of close game we expected coming into tonight. And that's what we have. See what kind of adjustments can be made at the half, but the Tigers do have a little less than 2 minutes of this first half to go.
I'd like to see Bo get the ball right now. Show his speed.
The Bo's in deep to receive along with Darren Wesso. Been pretty quiet in the ball game.
Oh, great answer by the Wildcats, though. Whoa.
Boy, line drive kick that will go through the end zone. Wow.
Never got up.
He never got the air, but it was a line driver. Like a baseball hit.
Yeah. That looks like a funny hit right there.
Right.
Speaking of that, I'm going to go check and see.
Yeah, see what the score is.
Last I seen was 2-1. Oh, that's the one. There it goes. Two to 2 in the top of the ninth.
All right.
Oh. That was...
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. KXOL Centro.
Right on time. Good thinking, Nick.
This is the action on KXO Radio on the KXO YouTube channel and KXORadio.com. Handoff's going to go to Robinson. Robinson finds nothing up the middle, tries to go to the left tackle. We'll get a couple of yards out of it, but nothing more than that before being dragged down. And it'll be a 2nd down and 8 from the 22.
We'll give it to Big 66 for the Wildcats. Cruz de Loria. Guess they're not worried about the clock, right? I would like to see something out to Gio right now.
Wesso comes into the backfield for the first time tonight along with Robinson. And it'll be Wesso over the left side. Wesso tries bouncing out to the outside, turns the corner. He's at 45. To the 50-yard line and finally going to be dragged out of bounds.
at about the 43-yard line of the Wildcats. Let's see where they're going to mark it at and put it at the 42. What a big gainer right there in Wetho.
Roy Rosas was able to catch up. Well, he didn't catch him up, but he was able to trap him up, knock the ball out of his hands, too.
We're going to put it at the 44-yard line. We'll give him a 34-yarder on that one. First and 10 Tigers, the Wildcat, 44. Mentioned that Darren's been kind of quiet, and then he pumps off a 34-yarder. Stays in the lineup, trips right, and back to pass rolling to his right is Ayala. Ayala looking downfield, going to run it. He's going to run out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it at. They'll put it at the 41. So it'll be a gain of 3, second down and 9.
Yeah, nobody throws it. No great coverage there by the
Marto.
Yes.
Got another play coming. So, but he gets 3 yards out of it even in that third.
Most like the interception.
Really well done.
He had to go around one of the blitzing linebackers and just that second, or split second, threw everything off. The timing, he was too deep.
Go ahead.
On
the 41-yard line, West on the backfield with Ayala. Gets the call at the middle. Nothing there. He'll get to the 45, gain of a yard. Or the 40, I'm sorry, at the 40-yard line. Gain of a yard. So third down and 8 coming up.
And we got a timeout by the Tigers.
And a timeout call with 46 seconds remaining in this first half of play. With the score, Imperial 14, Brawley 14.
Kennedy's Carne, with many types of delicious marinated chicken to choose from, and award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials: home-style pork al pastor, only $2.99 a pound, and marinated carne asada burger patties, just $4.99 a pound. And pollo asada, buy one get 1 pound free, only Monday through Wednesday. Open in El Centro 8 to 8, in Yuma 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Carne, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro, and Kennedy's Carne, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
Here's, after talking to head coach David Shaw, come back out on the field. 3rd and 8 from the Wildcat 40-yard line. One undated score we'll get to in just a moment on the Calipatria Vincent Memorial game, and also scoring the Kxo Southwest game. We'll get those for you in just a moment. Ayala will be back in the shotgun formation. He'll have Wesso to his left side now, and Rashad Robinson will be in the slot left, who gets the pitch around the right side. Rashad will break one tackle behind the line of scrimmage. We'll hit another Wildcat at the 35-yard line. We'll get out of bounds at around the 34. And that's a play we haven't seen this year either.
I think it would be a double reverse there.
Right.
We'll get another timeout by the Tigers.
The Tigers are called timeout. They're facing a 4th down and 1 when we come back. 29 seconds left of the first half. Tigers 14, Wildcats 14.
Brick House Coffee Shop and Brick House Deli are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., located at Lisa Tucker Center, Imperial. Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee Shop. Then order your deli sandwich next door. Choose from a list of your favorite sandwiches with the fixings you like. Google Brick House Deli in Imperial and order online to have it ready when you show up. Brick House Deli now offers a banquet room for your birthday party, office party, or business meeting. Call Brick House Deli, 760-592-4352. That's 592-4352.
So the Tigers are 4th down and 1. And the ball right at the 35-yard line. Ayala back in the shotgun. Now they're actually in a pistol. Wesso directly behind him. 2 wide receivers east side of the field going up under center now is Ayala, and he's going to go for it himself. He'll get the first down, diving forward for an extra couple, as he'll get down to about the 32-yard line and a first down for Imperial. But they've got to rush up. 25 seconds to go for Imperial. And timeout will be called. That'll be the final timeout for the Tigers. Is that who it's called on, or is it on Wildcat? So they haven't moved to change that. I'm not sure who called the timeout, but we've got a timeout with 21 seconds to go in this first half of play. Tigers 14, Wildcats 14, and we do have a couple of scores, George. Calipatria leading Vincent Memorial 8-6 in the second quarter. And Kxo 14, Southwest 0 also in the second quarter. There was no timeout apparently. So the Tigers will line up now at the 33-yard line with a 1st and 10. And moves the change to show first down on the far side.
still shows second.
Yeah, it's still showing second down, but the Tigers do have a first down. And Ayala will go back and roll to his right. It's downfield. Going to pass it. Going to complete it at about the 25-yard line. And it's going to go to Mario Gaxiola. And there's only 11 seconds left of the half. And the Tigers are going to have to throw it down quick. They've only got 4 seconds to do it, and they do so.
Well, I know what I would do.
Yeah, I do too.
And they'll probably have
him triple covered on that. But
I think what would do is send everybody on one side of the field to make all the DBs and safety come one side and then send them one-on-one. And we're talking about number 3, Gio Robles. Let him use his speed.
It's an 8-yard gain on that. So it's a fourth down. I think the Tigers threw one down, and that's what made it that way. So we're going to have a field goal attempt. Jonathan Cruz will be kicking it. Antonio Urena to hold. The ball will be placed down at the 37-yarder. So this is a 47-yard attempt by Cruz. He does have the leg to do it. So here we go. See what happens. From the 37-yard line, and is there going to be a timeout call? Referees stop playing and Brawley call timeout, which is smart.
Good call.
Yep, that's what I would do as well. 4 seconds to go in the half. It's the Tigers 14, Wildcats 14. We'll be back on that field goal attempt in just a moment.
InterCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs, with 2 new healthcare facilities opening in Imperial in 2025. Look for InterCare's new healthcare facility and new PACE Center exclusively for senior citizens, opening in 2025 next to the new Cambria Hotel. InterCare, making life healthy from the inside out.
2-2 in the bottom of the ninth, and the Dodgers-Yankees in the World Series game. That's a good one. A 47-yard attempt by Jonathan Cruz on the right hash mark. Urena on the hold.
You got to remember, he's a QB.
Place at the 37-yard line. Get a good snap. It is. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it's straight, but not long enough.
They're going to
caught deep in the end zone, but I don't believe you can bring it out from the end zone. By Sergio Garcia. Just a little bit short on that one. So the Tigers will come up empty. That will be the end of the first half. With the score, the Imperial Tigers 14, the Brawley Wildcats 14. So we'll recap the stats and the scoring in just a moment.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub? You get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th string quarterback, and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian. I was eating on the sideline. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian. Jersey Mike's. A sub of boat.
And before we get with the stats and the rundown, we have a special guest with us now from the University of Georgia, Roderick Robinson. Welcome to our radio tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You probably weren't expecting that when you're coming here tonight.
Oh, no.
You're, of course, the older brother of Rashad, who's just done an outstanding job. Have you been able to see what he's been doing coming up into this game?
Oh, yes. I definitely watch as much of the games I can, on like NFHS and VSN. So, coming up here and seeing him in person was definitely a goal of mine this year.
Good. And when you get a chance to talk to him, do you give any hints or any little helps along the way that you've learned over the years?
I definitely do. I just try to pass down as much as I can. But at the end of the day, he's a great running back on his own. So, there's not really much I can tell him. He almost has it all. But, I have a little bits and pieces. I just throw at him. He's a quick learner, so he takes it all and just soaks it all up.
Now, just for some background, you were a great running back at Lincoln High School in San Diego, and then went on to University of Georgia. How was your high school career? How would you think that your high school career went? I know I saw you on video and you were outstanding.
It was amazing. Yeah. I had pretty much, all the stats that I could ask for. I put in a lot of hard work and it all just paid off. My senior year was a really fun year as far as, winning silver pigskin and winning the state championship with my teammates. So all of it was definitely an experience that I'll never forget.
Our chance for the first silver pigskin award was Royce Freeman when he was playing here in Imperial, and then we have you up here tonight too, and as well. But University of Georgia, tell us how everything's going there with you.
Oh, it's going great. Getting to the next level has always been a goal of mine. It's always been a dream of mine. And just getting up there and being able to learn more from older guys and, guys that are going to be in the NFL soon, it's definitely been a blessing. Just got to go in, take it all with a piece of grain and just try to learn as much as you can. Because, being at the next level is definitely harder than being in high school. So just going in there and just learning as much as I can right now.
And when you're talking about next level, you're talking about the very top of the next level.
Right.
Georgia's been doing outstanding this year. So I know that you want to get more chances in there. You're just a sophomore, right? You're playing as a sophomore this year. And what are you learning from them that you didn't hear maybe when you were at Lincoln, or is it something you're just fine-tuning yourself for?
Yeah, definitely just a lot of fine-tuning. As far as one thing for me, as far as, using my blocks more, in high school, it was just get ball score. You got to utilize your blocks now. SEC is a very competitive level of football, so you're not going to be able to do it by yourself. So just being able to utilize all my teammates, and especially my linemen who are blocking for me.
And when you're playing at the level that you're playing now, the speed is there too.
Right.
College is a lot faster. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming up and talking with us. It's great to talk to you and keep helping your younger brother. We love watching him run out here. It's been great.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Roderick. Appreciate it. Roderick Robinson, the older brother of Rashad Robinson, and now playing at the University of Georgia. Thanks for coming up. Appreciate it. Roderick, we first saw when he was playing at Lincoln High School in San Diego, and as he mentioned, he won the Silver Pigskin Award that Royce Freeman won in his senior year at Imperial. And just watching Roderick when he was at Lincoln, if you saw any of the YouTube video of him, he was just a beast.
Look how big
he is. He's just huge. I didn't know he was as tall as he is.
Yeah,
he's big.
6 foot, 240.
Yeah,
and he ran the 4x100. I think they won the yeah, they did win. Yeah.
Okay.
His junior year.
Yeah, he's solid. He is solid.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to watch. So the University of Georgia, the Bulldogs, is wearing a Bulldogs sweatshirt back tonight. But keep an eye on them. Roderick Robinson, who's from San Diego and played at Lincoln High School, and the older brother of Rashad. And
big smile. I told him, hey, so my wife was talking to your brother because he got to play with Seth. He used to come over to the house, and he said, hey, Seth and I were just talking about you. Chris is telling him. He said, what do you say? What do you say?
You always want to know what's being said, right?
They were real close. Real close.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Good to talk to him and get our opportunity to talk to him a little bit. And it's good to hear him helping his younger brother. Yeah. Rashad is just a junior, so we'll have him next year as well. And he's just been a remarkable running back for us this year. In the short time he's been able to play with the Tigers, it's just his fourth game. As due to transfer rules, he had to sit out the first 5 games this year. And with a lot of young men, they may not take that in a positive way and think, well, if I'm not going to play now, then why? Yeah, why? But he worked hard all those 5 weeks that he did not play. And when he got his opportunity at Valley Center, goes for over 100 yards.
He ran angry. I told you he was running angry.
Yes, he did. And so he's just been a great addition to this Tiger offense. And we see he's also at defense. So we may see him a little bit more on that. It's 14-14 at halftime here in Imperial. The Tigers and the Brawley Wildcats. And we'll recap the scoring of the first half in just a moment.
For over 63 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way to keeping our kids busy with school activities. Right now, they are looking for donations and new members to keep the Quarterback Club going. Members can be parents of students or community members who care. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn, 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Dan's Autobot, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Dan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Dan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
14-14 at halftime. It was the Tigers who got the football first, and they went right down the field and scored on an 8-play, 65-yard drive. He was 5 minutes, 3 seconds off the clock. He after by a 16-yard touchdown pass from Jaden Ayala to Gio Robles. For Ayala, his 21st touchdown of the season. And for Gio, that is his 6th touchdown reception of the season. And the Tigers were up 7-0. But the Wildcats came right back on their first possession, a 5-play, 80-yard drive. Used 2 minutes and 14 seconds off the clock. Big plays on that drive by the Wildcats. And were capped by a 4-yard run by quarterback Matt Gutierrez. The extra point by Padilla was good. And we were deadlocked at 7-7 with 4:43 to go. Then the Tigers' next possession, they went and scored on an 80-yard drive using 9 plays to do it. And 5 minutes and 58 seconds off the clock. And capped by the 26-yard touchdown pass. And a beautiful one at that from Ayala to Brandon, or to Darren Wesso. You want to say Brandon because he reminds me so much of him. Darren Wesso, 26 yards. That was Ayala's 22nd touchdown pass of the year. And for Darren Wesso, his 3rd touchdown reception. And with Cruz's extra point, it was 14-7 Tigers. But the Wildcats would use an interception to have a shorter field and have a 2-play, 45-yard drive that was capped by a 3-yard run by Gutierrez, who scored both their touchdowns tonight for the Wildcats. And with the extra point, with 1:55 to go in the half, it was deadlocked at 14-14, and that's where we sit right now. For the Tigers, Jaden Ayala has thrown for 89 yards. He completed his first 6 in a row and has completed 7 of 9 for 89 yards. And on that, let's see. Yeah, Gio with this down here, number 3 got that. Gio had 2 catches for 20 yards and a touchdown. Wesso would get 4 catches in the first half, and it would be good for 62 yards, and then 1 catch from Mario Daxfield of 8 yards for the 89. For the rushing department, it'd be Rashad Robinson on top, 14 carries, 63 yards. Darren Wesso, 3 carries for 38. And Jaden Ayala, 2 carries for 7. And the Tigers would have 89 yards passing, 108 rushing for 197 yards of offense in the first half. For the Wildcats, Matt Gutierrez would complete 3 of 6, make it 4 of 6 passes for 106 yards, though. Had a 39-yarder to Sergio Garcia and later on a 42-yarder to Brandon Porras. So 106 yards of passing for the Wildcats. And then Gutierrez would have 32 yards on 6 carries, 2 touchdowns. Make a check on that. 35 yards on 7 carries and a touchdown in the first half. And then Matt Moreno would have 2 carries for 12 yards. Sergio Garcia had a 38-yarder earlier in the game, would have 42 at halftime on 2 carries. And then Damian Clemente would have 1 carry for 4 yards. So just adding it up quickly, 46, 58, 93 yards of rushing and 106 passing for 199 yards of offense. The Tigers 197.
Wow.
Unofficially. The 2 yards difference, and that's what we've got. 14-14. Doesn't surprise us on that, does it at all? We'll take a look at the defensive stats for the Tigers as our halftime show continues. It's the Tigers 14 and the Wildcats 14.
For over 63 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way to keeping our kids busy with school activities. Right now, they are looking for donations and new members to keep the Quarterback Club going. Members can be parents of students or community members who care. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn, 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Finally, we have all-you-can-eat sushi in Imperial Valley here at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill. Now offering all-you-can-eat from appetizers, rolls, sushi, and more all day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial. Call your order in at 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill.
Halftime score here in Imperial, the Tigers and the Brawley Wildcats deadlocked at 14-14. And do you have some defensive stats for us?
Yeah, we sure do. Well, we weren't on defense too often, but
no, it was a quick first half, really.
Real quick. I have Isaiah Perez leading all defensive tackles for the Tigers with 4. Then I have Brandon Felix, J.J. Jimenez, San Bubalcaba, and William Kwan, all with 3. And then 2 each for Noah Larios and Trey Breeze. Trey Breeze got in on defense for the Tigers. And then 1 each for Esquivel and Darren Romo. Darren's the one that's been shut down. I expected a big game out of him. They've been shutting them down.
Yep. But only 1 turnover in the game. That was an interception, but it was a costly one as it gave the Wildcats possession on the Tiger side of the field, and then a long pass to Brandon Porras, who made the interception, put the ball inside the 5, and that's what helped the Wildcats tie the score up at 14-14. But other than that, it's been a pretty clean game.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Not too many penalties. A couple of big ones on number 10 for the Wildcats.
Early in the game.
Early in the game, yeah.
And other games going on tonight. It's halftime scores now, but the scores haven't changed. Calipatria 8, Vincent Memorial 6 at the half, and Calexico 14, Southwest 0 at halftime. And we'll be traveling over to El Centro to see Southwest next Friday night in the regular season finale for the Tigers. They'll be playing the Southwest Eagles in the Johnny Romero fireman's helmet game.
They just won a 3-2 in the 10th, Yankees.
Yankees up 3-2 in the 10th now in the opening game of the World Series. 2 teams that have been in the World Series maybe as much as any others that are playing now.
They haven't played each other in many years.
It's been a long year, yeah, but back in the 70s, they played quite a few times together. Part of Imperial Band now clearing the field after giving one of their exhibitions, of which they go out on competitions for. Always do a great job. And for those of you who haven't been back to Imperial High School in a while, think about how few people were in the band when you were there. There's about 150 in the band now. And so,
we had 400 in the whole school.
I think we have 400 in the whole school, right? 150 just in the band here now. As the school is up to somewhere around 1,500, I think, is last I heard. And the city's almost 20,000 now. So the Wildcats come back onto the field on the north side of the field in their all-white uniforms, yellow helmets, blue numbers with the yellow trim, and the Tigers also coming back down to the field, all red uniforms tonight. Pants and jerseys with white numbers and red helmets with their number on one side and a tiger paw on the other. You know, the players getting together to pray over on the 35-yard line. Always neat to see. And it's great when you see teams after a game get together and pray together.
Yeah,
I really like seeing that.
Matt Mincher and Pastor Matt and Pastor Jimmy doing a great job. And Pastor Jim was down there. I guess they needed extra help, extra prayers for this week.
There you go.
Yeah, usually Levi out there needing the prayer, but just keep these other kids out there.
Oh, the players out on the field now running around a little bit, trying to get warmed up for the second half of play. And we came into this game knowing that it was going to be a close one, and also mentioned that mistakes. You've got to cut down on the mistakes because they can come up to hurt you bad. And they've kept at a minimum, but there was one interception that did result in a touchdown a few plays later. And those I'm sure that they've been talked about. And the players I know would like to get those back. And you can just see in their reaction like, I wish I could have that one back.
Yeah, that one should have never been thrown.
Right.
That ball should have never been thrown.
And so it was a long one. It was a good try for him, a little short. Brandon Forrest made a good block out of the offensive player to make the catch and interception. And a few plays later, the Wildcats scored just before the half to tie it up at 14-14, and Brawley will get the ball in the second half.
Just what we expected.
Yep. Just what we anticipated coming into this game. And a huge crowd. This is the biggest crowd I think I've ever seen.
Look at all the way. The south end, all the way around the track. Too deep, almost.
There's a chain link fence that goes around the field on the south side, and there are people standing all along it. And then, of course, everybody up on the ditch bank.
Yeah, that's always awesome.
You had to get in there early to be able to get a spot up on the ditch bank today for this ball game. And the Brawley side completely filled, the Imperial side completely filled, and they've seen a pretty good ball game right now, and we anticipate a great second half as well.
I think they're being nice to us. I don't smell any carne asada.
I know, it's true. Usually we see a little bit of smoke.
Then we get the smell.
And it's like, you can't do that. No, and to open them up after we're here, you know, they got to have those ready for us by the time we get here, so we could get some carne asada burrito or something before we get sat down. But we do want to thank the Soccer Association, though, for bringing us the pizza before the game tonight, and we appreciate that. Have a slice before the game, and so we appreciate them doing that for us. We'll be on the air next week. It'll be on KXORadio.com on the internet. If we could get a direct line, link to you, we'll get that to you on Facebook, so you can take a look at that on the Imperial California Memories page, and also on my personal page. We'll get that on there. We'll link George onto it too, so he'll remember where he's at. Good luck. We're going to have to do our crunches this week too.
I can't even spell crunch.
Well, the crunch I have is in a cereal bowl. But when we're at Southwest, we have to get out of our chairs to see the scoreboard. Yeah, the way that the scoreboard here in Imperial, the scoreboard's pretty much straight behind the goalpost. Well, at Southwest, it's behind the track on the near side, so we literally have to stand up and look out the window to be able to see the scores. So it will be an interesting one for us next week at Southwest and the Johnny Romero Fireman's Helmet game, of which both teams the last few years have worn their home uniforms. And so it's neat to see on a green background of a field to have a red jerseys and purple jerseys out there. I think it's kind of cool that they've started that tradition in the last few years, and I hope they continue that one. Just watching out there now, Diego Padilla kicking 45 yards. Or no, it's not Damien. That's I think that may be Max Reyes.
6'4".
He is a freshman, and he is kicking the last one before that was from 45 yards. So.
Now, if you stutter step that one, hold it.
So the Tigers are lined up ready to kick off. They'll be going left to right from the south to the north as we open this second half of action with the score Imperial 14, Brawley 14.
I don't think
your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
Oh, it looks like we should be set here to start.
Sergio Garcia deep to receive along with Brandon Porras. Garcia on the near sideline, on their side for it, and near hash mark. Kicking off for the Tigers, Mario Gaxiola. They'll kick it off straight down the middle, and then hooks over to Porras, who gets it at the 1. Out to the 20, 25-yard line. Gets a couple of blocks, did across the 25 to the 27. And that's where the Wildcats will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
I think Danny Esquivel hustled down there. Was able to bring him down.
Matt Gutierrez, the quarterback for the Wildcats. Matthew Moreno at a running back slot. The wide receivers are Sergio Garcia and Brandon Porras. And Seth Hoskins, who will go from a wide receiver to a tight end at times. Roy Rosas, the other tight end. And across the line, left to right, is Joe Lopez, Connor Koleknik, Alejandro Cota, Cruz DeLora, and Drake Fields.
Kupnik. That's how you pronounce it.
And it's going to be up the middle. Breaking tackles of Sergio Garcia, and he has the speed. He's at the 50, to the 40-yard line of the Tigers, to the 30, to the 20. It's a foot race, makes the cut toward the end zone, dives. Will he make it? They're going to say no. He stopped at the 1. Wait, Broxton tackles on that as well, didn't he? Yeah. Wow. So he get all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Was that both in? That ran him down?
I'm not sure. I didn't see on that. See, it's going to be 33 and 49.
Both in? Who ran him down? Both in?
Yeah. Thank you. It was both.
It was both.
It's going to be an 82-yarder. No, 72-yarder.
Okay, let's see a fumble right now.
Gutierrez will take it himself, jump over to the right. He's in the end zone, touchdown. So he scores his 3rd touchdown of the night, just like that, with 11:16 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. It's the Wildcats taking their first lead of the game, 20-16. Earthquake 20-14. That sure didn't take long.
I think it was a touchdown. I'm going to commercial.
So the extra point by Diego Padilla. 2 for 2 on the night. And the ball down, kick is up. High kick, and it is good. With 11:16 to go in the 3rd quarter of play, the Wildcats take the first lead. It's 21-14.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago by a group of parents to help the football team with needed equipment and sending players to special training. Their fundraising efforts are huge, not only for the football program, but to support other programs and sporting activities in Imperial School District. Looking to volunteer? They're always looking for new members. You can call Gabby Ortestein, Club President, 760-960-1741. Go Tigers.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. KXOL Centro.
Two-play drive for the Wildcats, and they'll go 73 yards to do it. And of that, 72 of the yards by Sergio Garcia, who broke tackles and is now over 100 yards for the first time this season rushing. Usually we see that receiving. High kickoff will go through the end zone. Rashad Robinson is due to receive, and we'll let it go.
They're saying it's offside. It's two guys on the far side were offsides on their kicking team. Coaching staff's upset about it over here.
Was there a flag on it?
No flag. No,
okay.
They're asking for one.
For the Wildcats on a two-play 73-yard drive. Wow. 72 yards on Garcia's run.
I like how he bounced it outside.
Yeah.
Broke a tackle.
Broke some tackles, and then he showed some speed. Great job by Bozena saving the touchdown.
He did not give up.
But a play later, Gutierrez has made it in there. So the Tigers, the ball first is in at the 20. Hand off to Wesso on the left side. Wesso breaks some tackles, the line of scrimmage. Now cuts back to the right side. Gets out to the outside of the 25. Will go down and bounce to the 26-yard line. It's a lot of running to get 6 yards.
That's not a running.
But it's positive yardage, and that's good.
He is so quick. The little tiny step. Boop. One way and then the other. I'm glad I don't have to chase him.
Oh, man, you're not kidding.
I'd ask for a hockey stick so I could reach him. Trip him up.
There you go. So it's a second down and 4 from the 26 for Imperial. Wesso stays in the backfield to the right side of Ayala. Robinson to the left side. He'll be in the shotgun. Ayala gets the snap, fakes the handoff, pitches out to the left side. The Wesso, they're waiting for it. In fact, their quarterback, Matt Gutierrez, was waiting on that play. And as soon as Darren got the ball, he was tackled at the 21-yard line.
That was a bad read. Bad read. Should have kept it. Or fake the pitch and keep it.
Yeah, because
he would have been.
Gutierrez never slowed down. Yeah. That. So it's lost to 5. It'll be a third down and 9 back at the 21.
And he wishes he could get that one back.
Mm-hmm. Had a handle on Darren tonight. Just 39 yards on 5 carries. Looking for his 8th straight 100-yard gain. He's not quite halfway there. Trips right for the Tigers this time. For Imperial. Robinson be the left side of Ayala in the shotgun. A third down and 9 Tigers from their own 21. Back to pass Ayala. Going to pass it.
Oh.
Goes to deep for Robles, way over his head.
Way over his head.
6'5" receiver. That was very high pass. Goes incomplete. 4th and 9 coming up. The Tigers will have to punt for the first time tonight.
Big rush by Matt Gutierrez. Had to hurry that up just before he even made his cut. Oh, something's going on here. And they're pointing at somebody.
They're pointing
on the sideline.
On the Brawley sideline. When Slandy, the head coach, come out to talk to J.J. Jackson about some kind of situation on the far side.
Big 69.
Yeah, I was mentioning to George before the game about
the taunting.
Well, the taunting, but about the binocular situation. Oh. I took my binoculars back because I was going to help Jonathan, and I left them back there. So I went and got some others, but these are too strong. I need them for a wider. So I'm going to have to take these back and see if I can swap them for a 10 time instead of a 20 time. Good snap back, rolling to his right is Gaxio. It's a low kick. It's not going to get out to the 35-yard line. That hurts.
That hurts.
Be a short field for the Wildcats as the ball goes out of bounds. Oh, man, they're going to say it's about the 28. 28-yard line?
Yep.
Wow.
Straight out of bounds.
Wow, a net of 7 yards on that. And the Wildcats have great field position at the Tiger 28-yard line, 1st and 10.
That's one of those, like Australian rules football.
Right. So just never got anywhere. Went outside of his foot. Just it out straight out of bounds. The Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 at the Tiger 28-yard line. Gutierrez, a quarterback, has Moreno to his left side, trips right for Brawley. Going toward the south end of the end zone here at the stadium. Back to pass Gutierrez. Looks over the middle. Then finds Garcia on a slant. Catches the ball at the 12-yard line. He's to the 10. Looking to the corner. Touchdown. He'll just waltz in for the touchdown. And the Wildcats have now taken a 27-14 lead. Made that look too easy.
Too easy.
Boy, Garcia's had a wonderful game.
Yeah, our DBs are, I don't know if they're not in their area.
Gutierrez with 3 running touchdowns, and that was a passing touchdown of 28 yards to Sergio Garcia. Padilla will come in for the extra point attempt. And it's up in the air, and it is good. With 9-12,
hold on.
We got a flag.
Legal procedure.
Got a flag. So they're going to bring this one back. Legal procedure against the Wildcats.
We do it again.
So in less than 3 minutes of the second half, the Wildcats have scored twice.
Oof. Now, this is not what we need right here. Mistake.
No, that Garcia just made that look way too easy.
The punt. That interception.
Right. Gave a short field, and the Wildcats took advantage of it.
Oh,
a little bit back further, but it'll be good. With 9:12 to go in the third quarter of play, it's now the Wildcats 28 and the Tigers 14.
Finally, we have all-you-can-eat sushi in Imperial Valley here at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill. Now offering all-you-can-eat from appetizers, rolls, sushi, and more all day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial. Call your order in at 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill.
One play, 28 yards, 13 seconds is all it took after a short punt. 28-yard touchdown pass from Matt Gutierrez to Sergio Garcia. And the Wildcats take a 28-14 lead with 9:12 to go in the third quarter play.
Dodgers came back and won 6-3.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God.
Wow.
The Yankees scored their third run.
Okay.
In the top of the 10th, and now the Dodgers came back and scored.
Wow.
My nephew's happy down there, Dwight.
I see him now. Yeah, look at him.
They went last
week in the air. So the Wildcats a kickoff deep to receive for the Tigers. Darren Wessel on the far side, goes in on the near side. And the kickoff. Another deep one's going to go into the end zone for another touchback. Wow, he's got a strong leg. I mean, he don't get 15 feet off the turf, and yet it goes through the end zone.
Strong leg.
Yeah, we mentioned Sergio Garcia. This is the big plays that he can do. He's had 2 rushes of 38 and 72 yards, and then he had a reception of 39 yards, and now a 28-yard reception. That's how big he has been in this ballgame. So the Tigers trailing for the first time in the game, and now down by 2 touchdowns with 9:12 to go in the third quarter. Still a lot of play. A lot of time left for this one. But the Tigers got to get untracked. Crowd trying to help get him into it.
Here we go.
Wesso gets the call. It's tripped up and brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to get a number there. And Matt Gutierrez.
Gutierrez again.
Yeah.
Going both ways and doing a good job both ways. Be a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be a second down and 9 back at the 19. Darren just hasn't been able to get on track tonight. I think they're kind of keying on him. Fake the handoff, back to pass. Going to throw it off to Robinson. But again, Gutierrez is getting in there on every play.
Gutierrez tipped that.
I think he tipped it and made it short, but he's getting in on every play. Nobody's picking him up. So it goes incomplete. Now 3rd down and 9 from the 19.
How risky, though, to have your QB out on defense every play?
Oh, no doubt.
Ooh,
no doubt.
That's so scary to me. Unless you have a heck of a backup. That is scary.
Only plays at a defensive back position, but they haven't been lined up.
Yeah, up on the line right now.
And just a yard off the line right now. Trips right for the Tigers. Robinson in the backfield with Ayala. And Gutierrez is going to go again and rush in there. He's going to get back to Ayala. He's going to sack him. Nobody touched him. He just ran right straight in and made the tackle, and that was it. The Tigers are going to have to punt it now from their own 17-yard line after the 2-yard loss.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody touched him on that.
No.
He just ran right around the right side.
That's 2 plays already untouched.
Yep.
Somebody needs to make an adjustment.
Yep. And we need to get a good punt here, too. Because as it is, you'll have to get a great punt just to get it into Brawley territory. Because he'll be kicking this one from around his own 5-yard line by the time he actually punts it. Garcia will be deep to receive. Good snap back, and he'll run to the right side, and then he'll kick it. Going to bounce, take a Tiger roll to the 44-yard line and out of bounds around the 44 of the Wildcats. So good punt by Mario Gaxiola. The Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 for the 3rd possession of this quarter, and it's 7:38 to remain in the 3rd quarter. So they have made the most of the time after intermission.
Hey, we have Rashad going out on defense. And a big 62 going out for the Tigers.
Gutierrez, a quarterback. Got an updated score. Calexico leading Southwest in the 3rd quarter now 28-0. The Bulldogs are leading that one. We thank you, Kurt, for that update. Actually, 29-0 is the score. Calexico leading Southwest.
I think they're expecting run. They got it.
And off Moreno up the middle. He'll get stopped after a gain of just a yard. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 from the 45.
Great job by JJ Jimenez. Got through the line and was able to bring him down.
That's just the 3rd carry on the night from Moreno.
So we got Jordan Malik at nose guard. Big 71. Joe Eladio.
Garcia and Porras will come wide to the left this time for the Wildcats. Gutierrez back in the shotgun, back to pass. Sets up in the pocket. Throws it deep. Has a receiver in Garcia, but goes a little bit too far in front of him, but he did have some clearance.
Look who's on the defensive side.
Right. Robinson right there deep.
First time we see him this year.
Yep, playing on the defense. So it'll be a 3rd down and 9 from the 45.
We need to stop right here. We got to get our momentum going for our offense here. Got to start with the defensive side.
Gutierrez on the game has completed 5 of 8 passes for 134 yards and a touchdown. And he's back on the shotgun now. Moreno will be to the left side of him. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Back to pass Gutierrez. That's up. Passes over the middle. Has a receiver, completes it for the 1st down. And it's going to go to Clemente, and he'll be brought down at the Tiger side of the field at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 11-yard gain on that one. See, the Tigers can get something going in the second half. Not got untracked on offense, and they've given up 2 quick touchdowns to the Wildcats. They have a 28-14 lead now with 6:17 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Quarterback keeper. Gutierrez gets hit hard after a yard gain, maybe a couple of yards. Still never got him off the ground, though, or onto the ground. Stood at Gutierrez after a 2-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 at the 42.
That's a big collision between him and San Rubalcaba, and then J.J. Jimenez came in to help him out.
Gutierrez with 38 yards carrying on 9 carries, but has 3 touchdowns. And is thrown for the 4th. Moreno goes to the left side of Gutierrez in the shotgun. Again, 2 wide receivers to the near side, and Garcia and Porras. Back to pass Gutierrez. That's up. Goes over the right side, finds a receiver, gets the first down, and brought down at the 20-yard line, make it the 30-yard line, and it goes to Clemente once again. That's going to be a 12-yarder and a first down for the Wildcats.
Goes in, brought him down, but not till after the first down.
Clemente smart, getting just beyond the first down line. It stops.
Right between the 2 defenders.
Right, and then Gutierrez is just nailing them. He's throwing good passes tonight.
Oh, I just got nervous. My new grandson, Rafael, is listening in along with my son and his wife, Clem, from Imperial Beach, 62 degrees. Thank you for listening in, baby.
Going to get cooler for us this week, too.
So,
but, man, 62 sounds nice at the beach. And up on the end around to the right side to Forrest, and Forrest is going to get the first down a little bit more. He'll get inside to about the 15-yard line before being brought down at a gain of 15 and another first down for the Wildcats.
I tell you, they found something in halftime. They spotted something that they could attack. Good job by the Brawley coaches.
Yeah, exactly. Got to tip your cap to him. 15 yards on that carry. That's his first carry of the night, and it's good for 15 yards. He also has a couple of catches totaling 58 yards. And he had the interception for us. Gutierrez is going to carry it around the right side, finds a little bit of room, and will get close to the first down. I think he has it and then some. Doesn't quite make it into the end zone, it doesn't look like. Nothing is called, so he'll get to the 1. Or was there? I never saw arms go up.
I didn't see,
but they're bringing it out to the 3, so it's going to be a touchdown for Gutierrez. And that'll be a 15-yarder and his 4th touchdown run of the night. And it's now 34-16 Wildcats.
Making it tough for themselves.
Yep.
Nobody's running an Imperial this year like this.
Nope. The DM for the extra point, and it's up and it's good. With 4:10 to go in this third quarter of play, it's now the Wildcats 35 and the Tigers 14.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago by a group of parents to help the football team with needed equipment and sending players to special training. Their fundraising efforts are huge, not only for the football program, but to support other programs and sporting activities in Imperial School District. Looking to volunteer? They're always looking for new members. You can call Gabby Ortine, Club President, 760-960-1741. Go Tigers.
That drive for the Wildcats was just 7 plays, but it covered 56 yards, and it used 2 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock. Capped by the 15-yard run by Matthew Gutierrez, and with Gutierrez's extra point, Wildcats have a 35-14 lead over the Tigers, a game that was tied at the half at 14. 3 quick touchdowns.
All in third quarter.
Yep. Wildcats came out to play in the second half, no doubt, taking advantage of mistakes the Tigers have made. Kickoff's going to go deep back to Robinson. He'll get at the 1. Out to the 15-yard line, to the 20. Still on his feet at the 25, to the 30-yard line. Bumps into some at that point. Still on his feet, now stepping to the near sideline. Straight arms, one man down at the 30, to the 40, to the 45-yard line. They're finally going to bring it down at the 48-yard line. And penalty flags go up at the end of the play. And another penalty flag goes up.
61.
Wow. I don't know, is that going to be a double penalty? Is that 30 yards of penalties if they're both going against one team, or is it going to...
Well, I know it's 61 for the Wildcats. I didn't see the other one.
That return, though, 48 yards, and what a tremendous return. Would make it 47 yards by Rashad Robinson.
Wouldn't be a Brawley game if it wasn't extracurricular.
So the referees trying to sort things out at midfield. Shot made it out to the 48-yard line on a 47-yard kickoff return. And, man, I think everybody had a shot at it. That straight arm, though, as he turned the corner coming to the near side.
Great arm.
He started going to the left side, and there was nothing much there. Turned to the right, and there was a Wildcat that came up. I didn't see a number on him, but a straight arm by Rashad put the Wildcat on the ground. And then he got all the way to the 48-yard line before being tackled, and then 2 penalty flags came out after the play. And
he came and explained his style over here.
Okay.
He's a big old smile on his face.
J.J. Jackson is out now, a white hat as referee. Be a personal foul against the Wildcats. And then a second personal foul against the Wildcats.
Wow. Okay, so what is that, from the end of the play? 30?
Yeah, I think it says 30, yeah. So from the 47 or 48-yard line of the Tigers, this is going to go.
He's going for his play.
Right. Wow.
I missed it, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, there was
it was 61. He pointed the ref. This ref pointed right at 61. That's the only one I've seen.
So they'll mark this off. 30 yards against the Wildcats. It's going to put it all the way down to the Brawley 23-yard line. This is when you got to keep your head about you.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that at all. Here, Brawley has everything going their way right now, and then get 2 personal fouls back to back after a play on our kickoff return. That's just something you don't do. But it was done. And it's 1st and 10 Tigers at the Brawley 23-yard line. Will this be the momentum change the Tigers need?
This might be what we need right here. Get us a little jump start.
Wesso in the backfield with Ayala. JJ went to pick up his flag way back there, and he said, no, there's no penalty with that flag. He didn't mean to drop that one. So Ayala in the pistol with Wesso behind him. Quick pitch out to the right side. Darren tries to turn the corner. Does so. Gets to the 20-yard line. Penalty flag goes down. It's a holding against Imperial.
It has to be. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Ooh, we got a Calipad over Vincent in the fourth, 14-6.
Wow. Those Hornets playing some ball this year. Came into the game with a 7-1 record, trying to make it 8-1. And they have a big axe game next week against the Oldville Vikings.
Yeah.
10-yard holding penalty goes against the Tigers. It'll bring it back to the 32-yard line. So 1st down and 20 at the 32.
Yeah. My son says, don't be nervous. He can't understand. he speaks French right now.
West will be to the right side of Ayala now, who looks over at the sideline to head coach David Shaw on a 1st and 20 at the 32 of the Wildcats. Now West will move over to the left side of Ayala. Jaden gets the snap, hands off to Wesso, gets the right at the line of scrimmage.
Somebody missed their block.
Yep. Coming up on the tackle, Andrew Camillo will make the tackle.
Yep, Camillo.
Loss of a yard.
That's the name we hadn't heard in a while.
2nd 21 from the 33.
Going the wrong way.
You believe that they've been keying on Darren tonight.
Yeah. It's a battle up front.
Yep, no doubt about it.
Big boy.
Yep, it's in the trenches.
In the trenches, there you go.
Gaxiola goes wide to the right. Robles goes wide left. A little bit of confusion by the Tigers, not knowing where they should go, and now Gaxiola moves a little bit. Reese moves him back out to the outside. Wessel goes in the slot, and Robinson comes to the backfield. Back to pass Ayala. Heavy rush, and again, Gutierrez and fumbles it. Gutierrez is going to take it all the way. He knocked Ayala down, and when he did, he's actually not going to go all the way. As Rashad Robinson will grab a hold of him and bring him out of bounds. I thought Gutierrez was gone, and Robinson
I can understand why they are not blocking that side.
Yeah. He was not touched.
him?
He was not touched.
You would think that the coaching staff would see that.
Yep.
Untouched. The good thing is, Ayala's not hurt.
But Gutierrez might be. He's the one down on the far sideline.
Oh, I don't
After
care.
Rashad Robinson pulled him down, he laid there on the ground, and that's where we have a timeout on the field as they're tending to him. And it might be a cramp, and maybe that's what slowed him down some. Looks like he may have a cramp. But the Wildcats will have the ball at the Tiger 11-yard line. Two big mistakes by the Tigers tonight. The Wildcats capitalized on two of them already. Let's see if the third one, we'll find out in a moment. With 2:35 to go in the third quarter, it's Brawley 35, Imperial 14.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too. Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 57 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end.
Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and the way goes travel down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
They're still tending to Matthew Gutierrez, the quarterback, and has been the linebacker for the Wildcats in the ball game. He had just made the tackle, forced the fumble, and then picked up the fumbled ball. It was brought down at the Tiger 11-yard line and then stayed there, and they're still checking over his legs. He has been huge for Brawley tonight with 4 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown, responsible for all 5 touchdowns for the Wildcats tonight.
Oh, they have both of his legs up in the air.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Wow. Well, so we'll keep tabs on that. Any updated score on that?
Well, yeah. Well, I want to tell you about the Dodgers.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
The Dodgers,
Tell us what happened there.
The last I seen was tied going into the 10th. Yankees scored 1 run. The top of the 10th. Dodgers scored 3 to take the win. At home. Big win at
in
home.
the 10th. Wow.
All in the 10th. All the scoring happened in the 10th.
Gutierrez still down at the 11-yard line over on the far sideline and the visiting sideline. And they're still...
Yeah, he's still on the ground.
He's well off the field, so the Wildcats will come back in without their field general, as it were. And it looks like Alec Valdez will come in at quarterback for Brawley. You know, we said at the beginning, the team that makes the least amount of errors will probably be the one to win.
Yeah.
There's now been an interception and a fumble recovery that Brawley has made, and a punt that went 7 yards, all taken advantage of by the Wildcats. So I think that's where we're seeing the difference at, really, right now.
Yeah.
In a 21-point game.
No, I think they were wanting to run the play here, but you can't. He's laying right outside the line there. That's too dangerous if they roll that way.
Right. Oh, yeah. He's completely vulnerable. And as soon as he went down, he just didn't move much. And you knew that he was hurt in some way. But as you mentioned, they're checking both legs on him. And as you mentioned, that is their quarterback. But he has also been playing defense throughout the game, and he's been moved to a linebacker spot, and he was just blitzing every play. Every play.
Yeah. 3 untouched.
Right. And on this play, again, he was untouched, and he hit Ayala, who did not see him, who then fumbled the ball, and Gutierrez picked it up and ran all the way down to the 11. That Rashad Robinson saved a touchdown, but in the ensuing tackle, he went down and has not gotten up. And that's what they're checking on the far sideline right now. So while we still have a break in the action, 2:35 left in the third quarter. It's Brawley 35 and Imperial 14.
Kennedy's Carne, with many types of delicious marinated chicken to choose from, and award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials: home-style pork al pastor, only $2.99 a pound, and marinated carne asada burger patties, just $4.99 a pound. And pollo asada, buy one get 1 pound free, only Monday through Wednesday. Open in El Centro 8 to 8, in Yuma 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Carne, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro, and Kennedy's Carne, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230. KXOL Centro.
Have a break in the action as the quarterback for the Brawley Wildcats, Matthew Gutierrez, now sitting up on the far side. So good to see that. I want to see anybody get injured out on the field of play, and he's just played a masterful job, scoring 4 touchdowns tonight, rushing and throwing for the 5th touchdown for Brawley. And then he's made so many tackles, and as we're seeing it, he just stopped being touched. He's just blitzing on every play.
That's all they're doing.
And yeah, that's what they're doing. So he's now up, standing up on the far side. And so a cheer coming from the Imperial side as well as the Brawley side. And it's still maybe, I'm telling you, it seems like it's cramped.
He can't walk.
Yeah, he's got the Frankenstein walk. So.
We had a up-at-year final, Calexico over Southwest, 35-0. Last we heard is the Califat over Benson Memorial, 14-6. Also we're in the fourth, but we're only the third here.
That's the final IVL game for Calexico, as they will play Benson Memorial in the Battle of the Border next week against Benson. So Valdez, it's going to be a direct snap back to Sergio Garcia, who will run around the left side, turns the corner. Robinson will upend him and bring him out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Wow, what a great tackle by Rashad.
Oh, JJ.
Garcia tried to go up and over Rashad, who just drove him up into the air and out of bounds. JJ Menace coming up a little limp for Imperial. Tackle was made inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line, it looks like. The ball hasn't been placed down yet. Just a direct snap to
Garcia. That's on the way.
Yep.
The Wildcats.
By the Wildcats.
Didn't even think about that.
So, yeah, I'll put it as a 3, so that's an 8-yard gain. So second down and a couple. And Jimenez not able to get all the way off the field, so they stop play for just a moment. So Garcia had just a minimal amount of carries this season coming into tonight. Has carried 4 times for 122 yards. And has a reception for a touchdown.
Well, they're pointing at it. Must be a drone or something up there. They're looking up for something.
We've seen it drone out at times this season. Yeah, everybody's looking up into the skies now.
They're looking up. Everybody's looking up.
Just what Rick Scharf got to see. Got to see the SpaceX bring 2 of the astronauts. Have been up for 8 months, I believe it is. And he got up early this morning at 2:20 his time to see the re-entry of that. Sent photographs. I could take a look at it. Pretty cool, Rick.
Everybody spots the drone. I can't spot it.
Second down and 2 from about the 3-yard line.
I thought we had a drone that video, though.
I don't know. I know we've seen him. Yeah. In the past, we've seen him over the sides. But...
And he does a great job. Josh Phillips does a great job with that video.
I think over the PA system right now, they're advising drones to get away from the playing field. The first time I saw one at a football game was over at Yuma Catholic.
Oh,
okay. I went over there, and what they were using it at was over the top of their band as they were doing their formation, so they could see it. So I get curious. I had to go over and look at the video to see what it looked like. It was pretty cool. It was over at Yuma Catholic probably 10 years ago now.
I'll have 2 of them, but I cannot fly them. My brain will not. I can go fly away. I cannot fly back.
Second and 2 from the 3-yard line. Drake snap to Valdez up the middle.
Right
He'll
up
get the
the
touchdown.
middle.
He'll just pull his way in over left tackle. And the Wildcats put another score on the board, this time by Alec Valdez. Backup quarterback. And he'll go in from 3 yards out.
Almost untouched.
Yeah. Put his head down and went.
Just went.
Came at the 153 mark of the third quarter. And that was the 4th touchdown this quarter by the Wildcats.
Just put them back on their heels.
Yep. And Padilla will come in for the extra point attempt. It is good. With 1:53 to go in this third quarter of play, it's now the Wildcats 42, the Tigers 14.
Brick House Coffee Shop and Brick House Deli are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., located at Lisa Tucker Center, Imperial. Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee Shop. Then order your deli sandwich next door. Choose from a list of your favorite sandwiches with the fixings you like. Google Brick House Deli in Imperial and order online to have it ready when you show up. Brick House Deli now offers a banquet room for your birthday party, office party, or business meeting. Call Brick House Deli, 760-592-4352. That's 592-4352.
2 plays, 11 yards. It came after a fumble recovery and run by Matthew Gutierrez that went to the 11 and capped by the 3-yard run by Alec Valdez. With Padilla's extra point, the Wildcats have scored 28 in the third quarter to break open a 14-14 halftime tie to make it 42-14. Deep to receive for the Tigers, Rashad Robinson on the near side, Darren Wesso on the far side. Padilla kicking off, and almost every one of them has been a touchback, except for the last it was at the 1. This one will be another touchback. It'll go over Rashad's head, and the Tigers will have the ball first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's see if we can't change the momentum here.
I thought we had.
I thought we did.
With those 2 personal foul penalties, I thought that's going to give us the drive to get in there.
We went backwards from there.
Totally backwards.
Yeah, that quarterback sack here, where he went untouched.
Oh, yeah.
He ran right over him. That ball bounced right back up.
It did. It right into his hand.
Yeah. Like he never broke stride.
Yep. Exactly, and kept running. I don't believe we'll see him play the rest of the ball game.
No.
Moreno will move up into his place, though, at that linebacker slot, and he runs right straight in with nobody touching him, and still no adjustments have been made to try to stop that.
Not at all.
And they're all coming from this left side. And this quarter has been from the near side, and they're just running straight into it.
I hope they don't want to pass. If you don't stop that, there's no way you're going to be able to set up.
Not sure who carried that because it happened so quick, but it might have been Robinson, and he got...
It was Robinson. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Has now 66 yards rushing on 15 carries, minutes 15 to go. Second down and 7 from the 23. Back to pass Ayala. Going to complete it to Robles. It will be tackled immediately, but get the first down out across the 30-yard line to the 32. And gives the Tiger fans something to cheer about.
Gave something to cheer about. That was mean.
Well, it just went from a 14-14 halftime where I'm thinking, no, we're right in this game. And all of a sudden, it's 42-14 as we get ready for the fourth quarter. And Rashad Robinson around the near side. He's going to break up to the 30, 40-yard line, out of the 30, make it the 45-yard line. He'll get the first down to the 45, give him a gain of 13, the first down for the Tigers.
Oh, no. He
and
came
then
up.
Robinson comes up limping.
It's a cramp.
Okay. It's a cramp. And so timeout on the field after that 13-yard gain by Rashad Robinson. With 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play, it's Brawley 42, Imperial 14.
InterCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs. with 2 new healthcare facilities opening in Imperial in 2025. Look for Intercare's new healthcare facility and new PACE Center exclusively for senior citizens opening in 2025 next to the new Cambria Hotel. Intercare, making life healthy from the inside out.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
And I thought the middle is going to be a loss of the yard on the play, though. And the ball went to Wesso, and there's just nothing there for Darren tonight. And the loss of the yard. So what I was pointing at is there's a big screen TV out on the ditch bank. They're watching the USC Rutgers game. That'll be the end of the third quarter of play with the score of the Brawley Wildcats 42 and the Imperial Tigers 14.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub, you get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian. I was eating on the sideline. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian. Jersey Mike's. A sub a boat.
So they switch sides, heading back to the south, and Matthew Gutierrez back in the lineup for Brawley. Kind of surprised at that. You have the Dale game coming up and have a 28-point lead, and you have your quarterback playing defense. Ayala on the shotgun, back to pass. Rolls out to his left, passes it way high over the head of Trey Reese. Incomplete. Running for his life back there.
Same thing. Untouched.
And it's coming from the same side.
Defensive end. Untouched.
Right.
How do you not make that adjustment?
And it's like they're putting different people on that side, and it's a straight blitz.
Oh, yeah, because that's where Gutierrez was.
Right. Now they got Gutierrez back in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, now he's in the backfield, so they bring in number 6.
Right. And that's all it is, straight in there. Robinson will come into the backfield for the Tigers now. Wessel will go into the slot left. Trips left for the Tigers. Ayala looks over the defense. Takes the snap, rolls back to pass. Be a screen pass. Throws it, goes away out of bounds. He has just, again, running for his life. Lots of pressure on every single down. And this time again, coming through, Nathan Torres. And the Tigers will have to punt.
They're not giving the crowd anything to cheer about.
A lot of hope at halftime when it was 14-14, but man, it just things turned over in the second half.
Fell apart.
Yep. Like we had said earlier, you got to really give a tip of the cap to the Brawley coaching staff to make what adjustments they saw that they could do. Man, they just came out and played some ball, scoring 28 in the third quarter. Gaxiola back to punt. Good snap back, rolls out to his right again, then punts. It's going to be a good punt.
Nice punt.
Garcia will go back, will let it go, and it takes a Tiger bounce, and will roll all the way to the 10-yard line. So great punt by Gaxiola. And Brawley has it back to the wall, 1st and 10 at their own 10.
Oh, good. J.J. Jimenez going back out.
We'll be back on next Friday night at Southwest in the finale of the regular season, and then we must wait sometime Saturday to find out what division we're going to be in, where we'll play.
I don't understand.
I don't either. Doesn't make sense to me either. Right now, the Tigers have no idea what division they will be in. And then how do you do it now? If the Tigers, if they do happen to lose tonight and win next week, they'd be 9-1. So are we going to put them? You're going to put them against Carlsbad, who's 9-1 or whatever? I don't understand it either. I don't get it.
Didn't get the power rankings, and this I really don't understand.
Be a pitch to Garcia on the left side, and he'll get a first down a little bit more out across the 20-yard line to the 22. It'll be a gain of 12, another first down for the Wildcats. Nothing special on the sweep.
No, that's it. That's it. San Ruben Cabo was able to bring him down. I got him with 5 tackles with the night. But not till after he got his first down. Oh, Gutierrez is back at QB.
134 yards rushing by Garcia tonight. But I think, let's look, he had like 6 rushes all year long. He's had 5 tonight for 134 yards. They changed their offense around for this game, and they've done a great job with it. You got to really give them credit for it. First and 10 Wildcats from their own 22-yard line now, 10:52 to go in the ball game. Wildcats leading at 42-14 in a game that was tied at the half, 14-14. Handed off over right tackle is to Moreno, and Moreno will pull his way across the 25 to about the 28. Big gain is 6, second down and 4. Smash mouth football there.
See who got the tackle there. I can't make out the number. 10. Thought it was Darren, but it's 10 for the Tigers.
Rashad?
Rose, Rashad.
Right. He's playing a great game offensively and defensively.
I don't have him on the defensive stats.
I think it's the first game we've seen him play on the defensive side, isn't it?
Sure is.
Second down and 4 from the 28. Wildcats taking a lot of time in the huddle. Now break it. Gutierrez at quarterback. Moreno behind him in a pistol. They'll split out. A receiver to the near side now in Clemente. Pitch out to the left side to Moreno. Moreno stutters, then gets the first down.
Good blocking.
Just about goes all the way. Gets right out of bounds. They're going to say he went out of bounds at the 43. No, they're moving it back now. They started at the 43 and then moving it back now to inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Still going to be a gain of 10 and a first down.
Great blocking. He's got at least 3 blockers ahead of him.
Yeah, it started out like it might be a loss on the play, the way he went backwards.
Yeah.
But then he turned some jets on and turned the corner and got out to the 38 and got the first down. Has 29 yards now and 5 carries in the game. 9:43 to go in this one. Wildcats keeping the ball on the ground, chewing up the clock. Maintaining a 42-14 advantage over the Tigers. Trying to hand Imperial their first loss of the season.
Oh, they stopped the clock?
Oh, he went out of bounds.
Oh, he went out of bounds.
Yeah, he drove out of bounds over there. In motion is Clemente. Back to pass, though, is Gutierrez. Gutierrez has a lot of time and passes it deep as a receiver, a little overthrown, just barely over the intended receiver, Horace. Calls incomplete. I'm surprised they'd be throwing instead of running the clock.
Yeah, I like what they did, though. They sent Sergio Garcia across on a slant. 2 of the DBs went with him, and then this guy came around after that. He had broke. Oh, I like that. Oh, we got a penalty. I didn't see that.
Holding on the offense. Pass will not count. They'll bring it back from the point of the infraction. They'll put the ball down at the 28-yard line. It'll be a first down and 20.
Feels like a delay. I like that. I like that call right there. He cleared the backfield, and then the second receiver came around on a delay. I like that.
Gutierrez stays in the lineup at quarterback. Really thought when he went down the cramps, we might not see him again to try to save him for the Bell game. But he's been back on offense and defense. Starts both ways. And up the middle to Moreno. Moreno breaks a couple of tackles to get out to across the 30-yard line to the 33. Give him a gain of 5. Second down and 15.
Yeah, that one was Darren. Darren Romo. I've only got him 2 tackles for the night.
Yeah, he's just been quiet. We haven't heard that name mentioned that many times.
He's usually one of our leading tacklers.
Right. 2nd and 15 for the Wildcats from their own 33-yard line. 9 minutes to go in the game. Brawley 42, Imperial 14.
They are taking their time.
They're taking their time, yeah. They're not rushing anything up.
Very smart.
Double wing offense right now with Moreno as the lone running back behind Gutierrez under center. Man goes in motion to the near side, gets the pitch as Porras. Porras stutters, then finds a little bit of running room, gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line, a gain of 3. So 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Wildcats.
Darren must have heard us. Oh, Darren and Adrian Cortez fighting for the tackle.
Couple of carries for 18 yards on the 9 for Brandon Forrest. And a timeout on the field. 8:05 to go in this ball game. It's Raleigh 42, Imperial 14.
For over 63 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way to keeping our kids busy with school activities. Right now, they are looking for donations and new members to keep the Quarterback Club going. Members can be parents of students or community members who care. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn. 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Dan's Autobot, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Dan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Dan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Leo to let us know on the Dodger game that they won on a grand slam walk-off home run by Freddie Freeman in the 10th.
Grand slam? I didn't see
grand
that.
Slam, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
wow. So, yeah, tied up at 3-3, and then Dodgers got the grand slam.
Kurt Gibson.
Yeah, exactly. One of those exciting home runs at Dodger Stadium.
Bad wheel, still putting it out.
Yep. So 3rd down and 12 from the 36 for the Wildcats, their own 36. Moreno will be on the left side of Gutierrez in the shotgun. And back to pass. It's heavy rush, going to get hit and intercepted by the Tigers. And it may go for a pick 6, and it will. Touchdown, Tigers. Daniel Rubalcaba will come up with the pick. The 4th pick 6 of the season for Imperial, and it's now 42-20. Woo!
Here's something to cheer about, at least.
Yeah. 4 pick 6s by Imperial's defense this year.
I think it was Danny Estevez that hit him. Same thing, go untouched from the far side.
Yeah, no, it did about the same thing to them as they've been doing to us, really.
That's exactly what he's doing to us. But he was coming right on. If you see him coming, he still tried to throw that.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that he tried to, really, with that kind of pressure that was being put on him. And that's the first interception by Rubalcaba this year, and he turns it into a pick 6. The Tigers trying to get back into this ball game. It's 42-20, and Cruz will come in to attempt the extra point to put the Tigers back within 3 scores. Urania on the hold. Jimenez comes in late. The block on the left side, and a penalty flag. We're going to get delay game. Or is there too many players?
Too many players, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's a lot of white shirts out there, and one of them runs off the field. So it's going to go against Brawley. And an extra player on defense.
What do you do? Go for one still?
I don't know. You're moving it to the 1.5 line. But we haven't been able, well, let's see Rashad probably getting 1.5.
Who's going for one?
The pick 6 was about 35 yards out. And the extra point kick is up, and it is good. With 7:54 remaining in the ball game, it's now Brawley 42, Imperial 21.
Finally, we have all-you-can-eat sushi in Imperial Valley here at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill. Now offering all-you-can-eat from appetizers, rolls, sushi, and more all day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial. Call your order in at 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill.
And we got a final score. Calipatria 20, Vincent Memorial 6. Woo! The Hornets have just one loss on the year going against Brawley in the Hoville next week in the Axe game. And they'll go into it with an 8-1 record. Wow. Tony Leon doing a great job of the Calipatria Hornets. So win that one by 2 touchdowns down at Veterans Field in Calipatria. So good for them.
Going to have to bring back the Separate League.
Yeah,
do it all over again.
That'd be something.
Except Needles and Eagle Mountain. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't want any more trips to Needles or Eagle Mountain anymore. That's too far.
I had enough of Needles.
There's been a few times over the years I've mentioned that to people that, and a penalty is going to go against Brawley on that too. And the Tigers will be kicking off from the Brawley 45-yard line. Where I would tell friends of mine, they said they had to go on a 200-mile trip for an away game, and I said, well, that was one of our league games.
Yeah.
That wasn't just a non-league. That was one we had to do every year in basketball and baseball. So,
what do you think, onside?
I would think you'd try it, and Brawley's thinking the same thing. They've got 10 of the 11 players within 15 yards of the kicker. And is it Blader that's in?
Oh, 35.
Oh, 35. William Kwan, so he's put his 35 jersey on now to kick. And so we're awaiting it to see if it's an onside kick.
Where's the light at?
And he gets it up in the air, but it bounces right straight at a Brawley player. Gets nailed as soon as he caught it. Holds on to it. Sergio Garcia is the one who gets it. He has sure hands. We've seen that many times over the years. And so Brawley will have the ball 1st and 10 and put it on the 34-yard line.
Well, I didn't see JJ. The white hat was way in that corner over there.
Yeah, that's about as perfect a bounce as you could get to receive it. He just had to stand there and wait for it to come out of the sky. So good attempt, but
waving the flag? Bruce is holding the flag over there.
I'm thinking it could have possibly been a late hit. But
why did this guy call it? It was right next to him.
I don't know. But if anything on that, there might have been a late hit call. But
was he down?
Well, he went down to
He went to a knee?
Right. After he caught it and then got nailed. So you could see how that could be a late hit call. Although I didn't see a flag when it happened.
No, I didn't.
J.J. Jackson will give us an indication of what it is. Illegal procedure against Imperial. So they'll kick this again? Or we'll...
Wait.
From the 50-yard line?
He's staying right there with the ball, though.
Okay. So it's a dead play with it being a legal procedure. You got to do it again, and they'll go at the 50-yard line. So everybody resume your position. Let's just take it from the 50 instead of the 45. See if we can get a better bounce this time.
He's going to hit it. He's going to put it over the front line.
$7:48 to go in the ball game. Brawley leading at 42-21 over Imperial. 28 points, third quarter by the Wildcats. Blew open a 14-14 halftime tie. Laquan will be out to try another onside, and it's going to go right straight to Garcia again. And a Tiger will hit him, and it's Reese again that's hit him. And as this time it will be a late hit call. And I don't know. And then he did a
59.
flip heading off the field. One of the coaches getting out there and telling the players, get off the field now. Get off the field now. And that's what they're doing. Well, there's a lot of John on both sides. A lot of Wildcats on the field. Their coaches are trying to get them to the sideline as well. Seems to get heated every year between these two teams, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This one's going to be a legit against Imperial for a late hit. I don't know. You got away with it the first time. Don't try a second time,
why do it again?
Right. Why do it again and get caught? Now, instead of the Wildcats having it at their own 33 or so, they're going to have it on the Imperial side of the football field. Or about the 37, I guess it would be. So it'll put it on the Imperial side of the 50-yard line. Referee's talking it over in the middle of the field. And we'll see what they do with it. But
How about the coaches coming on the field? Can they come on like that?
I don't know. I think to try to restore order within their own players, I don't see a problem with that. But I think it's going to be a late hit to start with. David Shaw will go out on the field and talk to J.J. Jackson, the white hat tonight for the refereeing corps. Yeah, I think it's going to be against Imperial.
It has to be.
No, are they going to kick this again? Are they going to
let it do it again?
Well, the flags came out after the ball was caught by Garcia, and then that's when the flags rolled. So you would think that it did not come from another illegal procedure, although the Tigers are lining up to kick off. It is going to be a legal procedure against Imperial again. And then personal foul against Imperials. We're going to move them back 15 yards to kick. So if you're thinking of an onside kick now, you're doing it well inside your own territory. I think you need to kick it away now and not try that again.
I think number 10 is John over here.
You know, when they're calling a legal procedure on that, did the ball not go a full 10 yards before it was touched? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, why would you call it legal?
Not calling, it's not offside, so I'm not really sure what consecutive against Imperial. And then a personal foul. So Imperial's taking it off from their own 30-yard line.
Yeah. So they want it right over the front line here.
Yeah. It's just not getting far enough over there. So Mario Gaxiola will come in to kick this time. I believe he'll go deep this time. I don't think they'll try another onside kick. Not that deep in your own territory. So kicking out from the 30. They'll kick it away from Garcia, but it's going to go out of bounds. They'll get it to 35. And another penalty flag. Another penalty flag goes out. And Tigers are grabbing other teammates to get them off the field. A lot of John in the middle of the field from both teams. But a penalty flag goes after the play was over. The ball would come out to the 35 to start with because it went out of bounds, but then it may go one way or the other from there with that flag. And we'll try to sort this all out in a moment.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
But I don't know if this is a timeout or is this just Coach Shaw talking to the whole team right now.
I think Coach Shaw's talking to the whole team right now.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's a timeout, although it may be as the Wildcats are all gathering up as a team as well. So maybe the referees are telling each of the coaches. Yeah. One of the refs is inside the Brawley side over there. And I think that the referees have told the coaches, all right, gather everybody up and let's cool things, get the tempers cooled down a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen Bruce Hartsock in right in the middle of all that. He's the ref on that far sideline.
So 7:45 to go in the ball game. Brawley leading Imperial 42-21, but a lot of exchanges of unpleasantries going on out there, you could say.
I need to hurry up. I got to go to work on Monday.
Oh, man. No, it's
you're
running out
now.
for you.
That's not right.
Well, all these years you've been talking about how much older I am than you.
Yeah.
And now look what happened.
No, I said everybody else is over.
For the record, there's only 3 months difference. The Tigers will come out on defense. They're getting out of the field. The Wildcats huddle up on offense. And the ball is at the 30 or the 45-yard line. I thought it would go out of bounds and come out at the 35, but there's some penalty or something that put us to the 45. So I'm not sure on that, but that's where Brawley will have the ball at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
Wildcat.
And it's going to go to Garcia around the left side. Garcia gets in Imperial territory and he's off to the races. He's at the 15 to the 10, and then Rashad Robinson saves the touchdown again, shoving it out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
I love what they do. They have at least 3 blockers ahead of the running back.
Yeah.
And the Tigers only put 1 out there, 1 defender.
They're going to say he went out of bounds at the 7-yard line. So it's a 1st and goal for the Wildcats at the 7.
No, Rashad just showed his speed right there on the defensive side. He ran him down, circled fast.
It's going to be a 58-yarder for Garcia on that one. That'll put him at 192 yards in this game. Wow. Direct snap up the middle. Getting inside the 5-yard line is going to be Matthew Moreno. He'll get down to the 2, gain of 5, 2nd down and goal. These can't stop the running tonight.
No, they can't. They can't.
They have Garcia in the backfield, and it's going to go direct snap to Moreno again, and Moreno hesitated first, then will go in for the touchdown. From 2 yards out. And it will make it a 48-21 ball game. In a 3-play drive. Big plays. Big plays have done it tonight. So Padilla will come in for the extra point attempt. And ball was low snap, but he'll get it through the uprights. Didn't get very high. Well, Tigers down and getting up slow.
2 of them.
And it's going to be Isaiah Perez.
13, yeah.
Going to come up slow, but he'll get up and head to the sideline. So with 6:22 to go in the ball game, it's now the Brawley Wildcats 49, the Imperial Tigers 21.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago by a group of parents to help the football team with needed equipment and sending players to special training. Their fundraising efforts are huge, not only for the football program, but to support other programs and sporting activities in Imperial School District. Looking to volunteer? They're always looking for new members. You can call Gabby Ortestein, Club President, 760-960-1741. Go Tigers.
3 plays, 65 yards. The big cap run out, a 58-yard run by Sergio Garcia, and it was capped by a 2-yard touchdown run by Matthew Moreno. Extra point by Diego Padilla, and it's Brawley 49, Imperial 21. Deep to receive for the Tigers, Rashad Robinson on the far side. The near side is Darren Wesso, and the ball will go to Robinson at the 1. Robinson goes up the middle of the field to the 15 to the 20, breaks to the outside of the 20-yard line, and ran out of bounds around the 23. And the Tigers will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
I love it when he turns on those afterburners.
Oh, yeah. And he kind of hesitated.
He was hesitating. Yeah. And then when they came at him, he just outran them.
So the Tigers of the football trailing 49-21. 6:13 to go. Came into this game with an 8-0 record and had it tied up 14-14 at the half. But then the Wildcats put 28 up in the third quarter. And the Tigers haven't been able to come back from that. They've just been reeling. They got one touchdown and a pick six, but no offensive touchdowns in the second half. Ayala, quarterback, from the shotgun, will have Robinson to his right, Wesso to his left. It's the snap, hands off to Wesso around the right side. Darren will try to turn the corner, breaks one tackle, then gets doubled and triple teamed on the tackle at the 26-yard line for a gain of 3. It'll be a second down and 7.
Hey, Roy Rosa and Blake Briley with the Wildcats.
Second down and 7 from the 26. That's actually about 8 yards for a first down. Second down and 8.
You know who I haven't seen out there in a while was Gio.
Hey, you're right. Not out there now.
He's right here.
He's stretching on the far side, yeah. He may have had some issues with cramps tonight. Man motion is Wessel. We'll get the throw out to him to the left side, breaks over one tackle, and then there's 3 other Wildcats there, and nobody there to block. No offensive players to block. And now penalty flag goes way after the play. Way after the play is over. Penalty flag goes up.
36. He's upset.
So we'll see if this will go against the Tigers or the Wildcats.
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm not sure. J.J. Jackson's walking over toward the Brawley side.
He's following.
So I'm not sure whether he's going to go over and talk to the coaching staff, try to. And head coach Lawrence Lundy will run over toward him. I think talking to Chris Espinosa over there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he was the one who said something, but it's going to be a personal foul against the Wildcats, and that 15-yard addition will put it now at the 37-yard line. First and 10 Imperial.
Ooh, bad snap.
Bad snap, and Ayala's going to have to eat it. He'll take a 2-yard loss on it back to the 36. He'll get a yard loss on it to the 36. Second down and 9. 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Clock running.
Nothing you can do about that.
Brawley 49, Imperial 21.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like the first half.
I did too. When it was 14-14, I thought, well, we're going to see a good half here. And then, man, Brawley just lit up the scoreboard in the third quarter, scoring 28 points.
Yeah.
And mistake-ridden by the Tigers to help them get there. Ayala's going to roll back to pass and has to get rid of it quickly. Again, he's under heavy pressure, and it will go out of bounds, incomplete. Third down and 9 from the 36. He's just running for his life right now.
No, that's it.
In the first half, he completed 7 of 9 passes for 89 yards. In the second half, 2 of 7 for 9. But he's been under such pressure in the second half.
Yeah, he can't even set the throw.
They've been blitzing every play from the corners, and there just hasn't been any time for him. And that time when he threw the ball, he was 10 yards past back behind the line of scrimmage when he threw it because he was pushed back that far. So Reese will come wide to the left, or Perez will come wide to the left. It should say Gaxiel to wide right. Now Robinson will go into the slot right, and Wessel will be in the backfield with Ayala. Looks a bit unsure of what he's wanting to do.
Both the QB and the running back.
Right. Yeah. And they're going to have to call timeout. Tigers are going to have to call timeout. Just some miscommunication or something on that. And with 3:56 to go in this ball game, it's Brawley 49, Imperial 21.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too.
So the Tigers facing a 3rd down and 9 from their own 36-yard line. They get a 3rd down and 11 from their back after 36. Right. So Yala will be in the shotgun. To his right side will be Darren Wesso. Trips right. Back to pass Ayala. Screen pass. Tries to get it to Wesso, who was tackled at the same time the ball got there, will fall incomplete. Yeah, they were waiting for that.
They were.
They must have scouted Imperial
right there
really well, because there was nothing going on that. Even if Darren would have caught it, he would have got no yardage at all. So they have scouted Imperial well. And in the meantime, Brawley has formed a different offense or different scheme to their offense tonight by running Garcia as much as they have and making some great big plays for this Wildcat team. The Tigers will have to punt. Gaxiola back to do it. Punted more tonight than he has all season long combined. Good snap back. And gets the punt off. Pretty good punt. Clemente will go back. He'll let it roll, and it rolls all the way inside the 15-yard line. So great punt by Mario Gaxiola.
Made up for that sub in the first half.
Right. It's a good one all the way to the 15. And that's where Brawley will have the football. 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line with 3:37 to go in the game. Tigers will be on the road next week. They'll have that long 3-mile drive south to Southwest to take on the Eagles in the Johnny Romero Fireman's Helmet game. Eagles and the Tigers with our pregame at 6:45. We'll be on KXORadio.com next Friday night.
It will probably be in the 60s by game time.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it'll be cool next week. Quick pitch around the right side and finding some blockers is Porras. And he fumbles the ball.
Got it.
Not sure who has it. There's a Tiger down and there's
35.
a Wildcat down.
35.
But it is going to be a fumble recovery for William Kwan. And for Kwan, that is his 2nd fumble recovery of the season. So Porras will get the carry that will go out to the 36-yard line, but then a fumble. So it'll be a 21-yard gain and then fumble recovery to William Kwan. So the Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 36 with 3:28 to go in the ballgame.
That comes Gio now.
Yeah, I haven't seen him much the second half, really. He'll be wide to the left, the short side of the field. Rashad Robinson will go in the backfield with Darren Wesso and Ayala in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass. Passes it out to Robles. Gets tipped away at the last moment by Damian Clemente. Incomplete, but it'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Good defensive play.
Yep.
By number 2, Damian Clemente.
So again, Ayala has struggled in the second half. He's had all kinds of pressure put on him and has completed just 2 of 9 passes here in the second half for 9 yards after completing 7 of 9 for 89 in the first half. And Robles out of the lineup again.
Yep. Brandon Felix is
I think he's got cramp problems the way he's walking. I hope it's not the knee issue that he had. He's missed so much playing time. Handoff's going to be to Rashad Robinson, who breaks open. He's out to the 25, to the 20, follows his blockers along the sideline and goes out of bounds at the 13-yard line. First down for the Tigers. Big run by Rashad Robinson.
Oh, I love the way he just followed his blocker there.
Actually,
Back and forth,
pushing
back
his
and forth.
blockers to tell him where he wanted to go.
Like he was saying peekaboo with the
They went out of bounds at the 14, so it'll be a 22-yard gain. And that gives him 101 on the night, unofficially. Be his fourth straight 100-yard game. He'll get the call around the right side, gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, and will be brought down. Oh, and a little bit of a drag at the end, and that'll be a call against Brawley. It's going to go against Sergio Garcia.
Take him out of the game.
You can't have that kind of stuff. He made a great defensive play.
After a great play,
right,
do something
by
like that. Boot him out.
Several yard stop.
He's out. He's out. He's out.
And then after he made the tackle, then he dragged Rashad some more after, and it's like there's no reason for that. But we've seen this kind of stuff. Tempers get really shredded in this game.
That was not temper.
So he may have been tossed out of the game on that.
He did.
Jackson's going to come out. It's going to be personal foul against Brawley.
Oh, Rashad wants to fall. You see that?
It'll be a loss of a couple before he was then driven backwards, and then all the rest of the stuff happens. That may have put him back below 100 yards. But then now with the penalty, it'll put the ball inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 8. So first and goal Tigers from the 8.
That was cute. Rashad wanted to stay in. Hi, Darian. He cannot do
just nothing. No, they've got somebody on him all the time. It's almost like every step he takes, there's going to be 2 or 3 guys that are following him, at least a couple of guys following him. It'll be a loss of 2. He has just 37 yards on 10 carries tonight, unofficially. It'll be a second down and goal now from the 10. Escobar comes out of the lineup. Robinson back in. Go in the backfield. To the left of Ayala with Wesso to the right side of Ayala. Man in motion is Wesso to the near side. Hand it off the other side to Rashad, and Rashad's going to carry a couple of Brawley players basically back to the line of scrimmage, though. In fact, they're going to say he didn't quite make it. Let's see what they're going to. Now they're going to say got back to the line of scrimmage.
Another flag.
And another flag.
They don't realize I have to go to work on Monday.
I know it. Time. You could just hear the clocks ticking on you. So let's see.
77.
This came after the play, and that player for the Tigers is sent to the sideline, and that is Ezra Favila. Not sure whether he was ejected or not, but it's going to be a 15-yarder against Imperial. Again, why? You get close to the goal line, you got down to the 8, and now you're all backed all the way to the 26-yard line.
This would make him a bigger man, I'll tell you that.
Nope.
Such a good athlete. Nope. Lose your head like that.
So it's going to be a third down now. Mark it at the 26-yard line. They actually need to get about to 5 for a first down. So 21 yards to go. Back to pass. Ayala. Going to go to the corner of the end zone. Going to look for Brandon Felix. He makes a great catch. Touchdown, Tigers. Wow. Brandon Felix, what a great grab.
I thought it was an interception. He had it placed perfectly.
That's Brandon's first, not just his first touchdown, but his first catch of the season.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He doesn't usually play offense. He hasn't played offense much this year. He has in the past, but wow.
No way.
Yeah. His first catch of the season. Goes for 26 yards on a touchdown.
That's hard to believe. He's out there all the time.
Comes to the 128 mark of the ball game. Cruz will come in for the extra point attempt. And the ball is down. The kick is up. It is good.
Good.
With 128 to go in the game, it's now Brawley 49, Imperial 28.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 57 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end.
Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and the way goes travel down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Sixth place, 36 yards on the drive for the Tigers. And it took right at 2 minutes to get there. It came after the fumble recovery by William Kwan, the touchdown, a 26-yarder from Jaden Ayala to Brandon Felix, and with Cruz's extra point, it's now Brawley 49, Imperial 28. 1:28 to go.
I did my dinner. Little,
there you go.
Snickers,
that was Snickers.
I didn't have a chance to eat. I was running late. I got held over.
So let's see. It's going to be Cruz kicking off. And Jonathan will kick it into the end zone. No, it turns and is going to be landed on as a 4. It looked like it was going to bounce into the end zone, then it made a left-hand turn, and is going to be recovered at the 4-yard line by Maceo Sin.
Start left.
Yeah, it sure did. It just turned and stopped. So the Wildcats have the ball first and 10, and they'll be at their own 4-yard line.
Looks like we still have the same defense. Yeah, I don't see any changes. Darian, Brandon. The only thing would be Rashad out there.
So first and 10 at the 4-yard line for the Wildcats with 1:28 to go.
Just take a knee?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. They try running the ball. They're going to just stick a knee. The only thing it could stop things is called timeout, but when you're down by 3 touchdowns, there's no reason for it. So the Tigers are going to let the clock run out, and that will be as a final. The final score will be the Brawley Wildcats 49, the Imperial Tigers 28, handing the Tigers their first loss of the season, and will drop them now to 8-1, and the Wildcats lift themselves up to 8-1, but more importantly, 3-0 in IVL play as they face the Central Spartans next Friday night, and they will be at home at Warren Field up in Brawley. We'll take another snap one more time, and then that'll be it. We'll wait till it gets below right around 35 seconds, and that'll be it right there on the last tap of the knee. So 14-14 halftime tie will result in a 49-28 Brawley victory. Both teams will congratulate themselves in the middle of the field, and we'll be back to recap the scoring for you and our unofficial stats in just a moment.
Kennedy's Carne, with many types of delicious marinated chicken to choose from, and award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials: home-style pork al pastor, only $2.99 a pound, and marinated carne asada burger patties, just $4.99 a pound, and pollo asada, buy one get 1 pound free, only Monday through Wednesday. Open in El Centro 8 to 8, in Yuma 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Carne, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro, and Kennedy's Carne, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
Brick House Coffee Shop and Brick House Deli are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., located at Lisa Tucker Center, Imperial. Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee Shop. Then order your deli sandwich next door. Choose from a list of your favorite sandwiches with the fixings you like. Google Brick House Deli in Imperial and order online to have it ready when you show up. Brick House Deli now offers a banquet room for your birthday party, office party, or business meeting. Call Brick House Deli, 760-592-4352. That's 592-4352.
InterCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs, with 2 new healthcare facilities opening in Imperial in 2025. Look for InterCare's new healthcare facility and new PACE Center exclusively for senior citizens, opening in 2025 next to the new Cambria Hotel. InterCare, making life healthy from the inside out.
Final score here in Imperial, the Brawley Wildcats come up with a 49-28 victory over Imperial, spoiling the Tigers' undefeated season, ending it at 8 games. The game was tied up 14-14 at the half, and then the Wildcats would put up 28 in the third quarter to put this game away. Wildcats came out in the third quarter on their first possession. They would take just 2 plays to go 73 yards, 72 of it on a run by Sergio Garcia, and capped by a 1-yard run by quarterback Matt Gutierrez. And with the extra point, it was 21-14 Wildcats, and that was their first lead of the ballgame. They would add to it just 2 minutes later on a one-play 28-yard run, or pass that is, by Gutierrez to Sergio Garcia. And that came on a short field after a short punt, if you remember back on that. And with 9:12 to go in the third quarter, it was Brawley 28, Imperial 14. And then the Wildcats to get the ball again, go 7 plays and 56 yards, using only 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and a 15-yard touchdown run by Matt Gutierrez, his 4th of the night. And the Wildcats were then up 35-14. They were still in the third quarter. They would add one more with 1:53 to go in the third quarter and a 2-play 11-yard drive, and that would be after a fumble recovery and run by Gutierrez that he ran down to the 11-yard line. A 3-yard touchdown run by backup quarterback Alec Valdez would make it 42-14, a 28-point run in the third quarter for the Wildcats. The Tigers would then score on a pick 6 with 7:54 to go. That was caught by Samuel Rubalcaba, and he would take it 35 yards for the score. And the Tigers, after the PAT, it was a 42-21 game. But then the Wildcats would extend it to 49-21 on a 2-yard run by Matthew Moreno on a 3-play 65-yard drive. And that would make it 49-21 with 6:22 to go in the fourth quarter. And then the Tigers would finish out the scoring on a 26-yard pass from Jaden Ayala to Brandon Felix in his first catch of the year.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Yeah, this was after a fumble recovery by William Kwan that helped set it up. And that gave the Tigers their 28th point of the night, but 49 points given up to Brawley, and that's how it ended up 49-28 in favor of the Wildcats. We'll look individual stats as our postgame continues in just a moment.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hiles in El Centro.
The UPS store at 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro is your full-service shipping headquarters. They take all drop-offs and can assist with packing and shipping almost anything. And with their pack and ship guarantee, your items are guaranteed to ship safe and arrive in one piece. Don't forget, the UPS store provides mailbox services, document shredding, notary services, and passport or ID photos, plus many sizes of printing on-site. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, Saturdays, 8 to 5, and Sundays, 10 to 3 at 1802 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Individually, Matt Gutierrez, a quarterback for the Wildcats, would complete out of his 11 passes, 7 of 11 for 157 yards and 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Sergio Garcia would have 2 of the catches for a total of 67 yards. Let's make that 3 catches. It's like 3 catches, and it will be for 74 yards. There'd be 2 receptions by Brandon Forrest. They would total 58 yards. And then 2 catches late in the game, Damian Clemente would be for 23. A lot of yardage on the catches that were made by the Wildcats tonight, and some big runs as well. They would be led running by Sergio Garcia, 192 yards unofficially on just 6 carries. He had carries of 38, 72, and 58 in the game. And it's a player who didn't carry much all season long. He's a receiver. But yet he ran that sweep, and with his speed, he did a great job. Matt Gutierrez, a quarterback, 10 carries, 53 yards, but 4 touchdowns from his quarterbacking position. Matt Moreno, 6 carries, 34 yards. There'd be Brandon Forrest, 2 carries for 18. Damian Clemente, 1 carry for 4. And Alec Valdez, 1 carry for 3, and it was for a touchdown. 157 passing, 170 rushing unofficially, so 327 yards, like I said, unofficially by the Wildcats. And for the Tigers, Jaden Ayala, after having a great first half, completing 7 of 9 for 89 yards, then would complete 3 out of 10 in the second half. And those would just total 35 yards and a touchdown. The Tigers would have 124 yards total passing tonight. And among that, there were 3 touchdowns passing for Imperial. And the scores would be by Gio Robles, who would have 3 catches in the evening for 29 yards. Darren Wessel had some receptions, had a couple of good carries after the receptions, but then the second half really struggled. He would have 5 receptions in the ball game. Let's see, 48, 50, 62, 62 yards. And then 1 reception by Mario Gaxiola for 8 yards. And then the 26-yard touchdown by Brandon Felix, so 124 unofficially passing for the Tigers. And then rushing, I have 99 yards for Rashad Robbins. I'm not sure. We'll have to see because there may be yards from penalties that may have changed that, but that's what I have him unofficially in 19 carries. Darren Wesso, his streak of 7 straight 100-yard running a game ends tonight, just 37 yards on 10 carries in the game, and 34 of that was on 1 run. So they just had him stopped tonight. And then Jaden Ayala at quarterback would carry the ball, or would have 3 carries. He's running for his life in the second half for a total of 5 yards. And mistakes, though. We had a short punt. We had an interception. We had a fumble that went away from us. And it just seemed to compound, especially in the third quarter. 28-point third quarter by the Wildcats, and that pretty well ended it for Imperial. Both teams have come out of the game with 8-1 records. But the Wildcats will be 3-0 in IVL play, and the Tigers dropped to 2-1 with their final regular season game against the Southwest Eagles next Friday night. And do you have some defensive stats that you're going to give for us? I know we had an interception, a pick 6, the 4th one of the season by Samuel Rubalcaba.
Yes, you did. We did have that pick 6. There was 1 bright spot. So I had Rubalcaba with 9 tackles. I had J.J. Jimenez also with 9. Darian Romo with 4. That one shocked me because usually he's one of our leaders. Then we had Isaiah Perez stepped up. I had him with 5 also. And Brandon Felix, William Kwan with 3. And then 2 each for Danny Esquivel, Trey Reed, Bozin, and Noah Larios. So Noah did a great job in those tackle for us today. 1 bright spot for the whole game in there. And I thought he did well. They didn't go up the middle. Everything was to the outside.
Since the Tigers have entered the IVL, the Wildcats have now won 14 of 17 games between the 2 teams. Kind of have the Tigers' number right now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. And we were thinking earlier in the game when the Tigers were leading or were just down a little bit, or leading or tied at halftime, that this might be the first win that Imperial would have over Brawley here in Imperial, but it wasn't to be, as the Wildcats would score 28 in the third quarter to put this game away with a final score of 49-28.
Yep.
We want to thank all of our sponsors for being with us, for Brickhouse Deli, for Intercare. Also, our thanks to Southwest Security, for Jersey Mike, for the Imperial Quarterback Club, Stan's Auto Body, K Sushi, the Imperial Tiger Football Association, the El Zarape Restaurant, Roto-Rooter, Kennedy's Carney, and UPS. We thank all of your sponsors for being with us on Kxo Radio, Centro, California, and also on the internet at kxoradio.com and on the KXO YouTube channel.
Yep.
That about does it from here. We'll be back on the air on Friday night at Southwest as the Tigers take on the Eagles and wrap up the regular season, and then it'll be on the postseason somewhere, which we will, as soon as we find out, we'll let you know. But that's how that goes. So
hopefully it's a home game.
Hopefully it's a home game, yeah.
For the class of 74.
74, that's right. Their reunion will be coming up that week, so that'll be cool if it could be here in Imperial. So that'll wrap it up here in Imperial. Final score of the Brawley Wildcats 49, the Imperial Tigers 28. For George Grijalva, I'm McDale, thanking KXO for having us on tonight. For Gabe Lamoose for being our engineer back at the studio. For Kurt Huffman keeping us up to date on the scores. And for Carol Buckley and Gene Brister allowing us to do this. We thank all of you for that.
Thank you.
And that'll be it for